Namaskar, Adab, Sat Shri Akal, a very warm welcome everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, and जहाँ पर भी आप हैं. Hope you're doing pretty well. Hope you're staying safe. Har Har Mahadev, and of course Jai Mata Di. I'm really glad. बहुत सारे लोगों से बहुत सारे messages और DMs और calls पे बात हुई है. Everybody really appreciated the first two uh, सेशंस जिनके अंदर बहुत सारी एनालिसिस बहुत सारा ओपिनियन व्यूज एक्सप्रेस किए हमने एंड ऑफ कोर्स उसके बेसिस पे हमें काफ़ी सारे नोटिफिकेशंस भी आए हैं कि दैट कंटेंट इज समवॉट नॉट अप्रोप्रिएट व्हिच मींस वी आर इन द राइट डायरेक्शन एंड आज उसी सीरीज के अंदर वी विल कंटिन्यू टू गो a step further on certain or more issues, certain more angles, certain more people who have a role to play. We of course will continue doing this and more as part of the Back to Basics series. आप लोग भी इसके साथ इसका पार्ट बन सकते हैं. Of course, you can definitely join hands. You can come speak about certain issues. बहुत सारे लोग हमारे साथ जुड़ते हैं, and I'm really grateful for these three people for sure right now, even before I start this session. Of course, Freeze Dham, जिन्होंने I think he spends a lot of time and he's been on this particular campaign trail for a very long time. शायद अगर COVID ना होता तो he might have been one of those warriors who would have been in the forefront. But right now what he's doing is actually way more important and more relevant than anything else, which is kind of doing investigation, based on the data that is publicly available. Again, I have to be very mindful and very careful. No data has been created, no content has been generated by us in a way that it might influence the case, but these are those nitty gritties, वो थोड़े angles हैं जो हम देखना भूल गए थे या हमने somehow we overlooked. So I'm really happy that he's taken this initiative along with, of course, Hemaji, who did a lot of videos last year itself. Somehow, those videos were evaluated now, and now we are looking at those different angles. And on top of that, of course, Rekha ji, who brings a very great perspective, some insight, some views. So together, I think between the four of us, I think we will be able to kind of get more leads and more content evaluated. And all thanks to that warrior who created that document as well, without naming that person because he doesn't want to be named. I would encourage anyone and everyone to be part of this. अगर आप लोग कोई भी डिटेल शेयर करना चाहते हैं, you can do it anonymously and we will definitely look at it. We will evaluate it, we'll break it down and then we will discuss it. और अगर आपके पास already कुछ है ऐसा जो आप public domain में रखना चाहते हैं, please go ahead and do that and we will encourage you to do that as well. Now before I start adding Himaji, Rekha and Freeze, one more item before I congratulate each one of you because I have read and I have heard. I haven't seen it personally, but the movie that was released yesterday has bombed, has got a review of like 1 star. और एक जगह तो मैंने शायद ये भी पढ़ा था कि उनकी एप्लीकेशन इस तरह से डिजाइंड है कि दे कैन नॉट गो बियॉन्ड 0.1. So that's why they could not even give a 0 rating to that. So I don't know, वो शायद sarcastically लिखा होगा. But I'm really happy that the common man has risen. The common man is now ready to show them the power. जो इन लोगों को लगता था कि शायद हम लोग we are forced and we don't have any choice but to watch their movies and give them money. Right now, what we have done is definitely commendable. So hats off. I really appreciate everybody becoming part of that boycott Bollywood movement as well. एंड जैसे कि मैं बड़ी बात बोलता हूँ कि no Sushant, no Bollywood. You know, till the time we don't get our justice, we will not stop this particular movement. Of course, we know there will be impact to many more people, but end of the day, we really want justice for Sushant, and we want justice for everybody who has been wronged by all this that has happened. So, uh, आज इंडिया में 14th हो चुकी है. 11 months gone. Uh, still the wait is on, the fight is on, and it will definitely continue till the time we don't get justice. We are here to fight for Sushant, and we will continue to fight for Sushant, Disha, and for everybody. There are many more deaths that have happened as part of this, issue. Uh, and we will get to the bottom of it. And that's why we went ahead and started this back to basics, because back to basics में हम वही कर रहे हैं. Uh, just because it's been all like 11 months now, बहुत सारी चीजें हमने इग्नोर की, हमने ओवरलुक की, हमें शायद ध्यान में नहीं रहा, and this is an opportunity for all of us to kind of revisit everything. So we'll definitely continue that, and I'm going to start this for sure. I will add Hemaji and Rekha ji. I know Freeze will join in next few minutes. Hello, Hemaji and Rekha ji.
Hi, Varun.
Hey, good morning, Varun. Hi.
Hi, Rekha ji.
Hi.
Morning. And so before we start, anything that you want to say, Hema ji, I'll start with you. कुछ कहना चाहती हैं आप उससे पहले कि हम इस टॉपिक के बारे में बात करें?
Nothing really. I just want to say that, everything we are showing here is already in the public domain. And basically, August से जो हम बात करते आ रहे हैं, उसी को we are just reiterating it. So if anybody feels like, oh, we already know this, it is actually basically same thing. We just want to reiterate, because when I was going through the whole thing again today, from what I have found from August also, like there were so many things that I had forgotten. So I thought like this is helping us kind of see the things back again, and then sequence them in such a way that it's going to help us as a record. It's like a record keeping for us right now.
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely. जैसे मैंने मेरे साथ हुआ था, राइट? I mean, इतना ज्यादा हम इसके बारे में डिटेल्स में आजकल अंदर घुसे हुए हैं कि मुझे उस दिन वही कंफ्यूजन हो गया यार कि बॉडी ये चेंज कैसे हो गई. The way it was on the bed, did it change? And then again, this is what the issue is right now. 11 months, people will forget, people will overlook things, people will move on to different things and issues, and they will figure out कि यहाँ पर अभी we'll figure it out later, अभी नहीं बाद में देखेंगे. But now based on these sessions that we are having, personally speaking, ये मेरे लिए भी बहुत ही बड़े और important sessions हैं, because now I am also able to visualize it and think about certain things in a different way. आज से 6 महीने पहले जैसे मैं सोच रहा था, चीजों को देख रहा था, my perspective has completely changed, and I'm really happy for that. So thank you for being part of this. Rekha ji, anything you want to say? I see Freeze mentioning that he's joining now, so any moment he'll be here.
So yes, Varun, firstly, thank you. We are one amongst all the warriors, and it's been very kind of you to have added us and taken our perspective. As you said, we are not creating information, right?
Yeah.
We are only talking about what is already available. And what happens, and the greatest thing about this is the fact that there is always a new perspective. तो जब मैं सुशांत की भी बातों को अभी देखती हूँ in perspective and in light of what all we have been through in the last 11 months, I completely relate to him and I understand where he's coming from. And as you know, we're going to discuss some of it today as well.
Yeah.
One more thing that I'd like to say, as you said, and as criminology says, जैसे जैसे टाइम बीतता जाता है, लोग एक पीक पे आते हैं, and then it all, just dies off. So we have to ensure it doesn't die off. We have to ensure that people remember each and every detail of what happened, how it happened, and now more so with a very, very in-depth perspective. And you're doing a fabulous job. Thank you again, Varun, for your effort.
Actually, we all are, and most of the heavy lifting, I think, is being done by you guys. I happen to definitely first, I have to be very honest, right? Now the perspectives that you guys bring on the table, the videos I look at, the data I look at, has made me think, differently. जैसे हमने वो रकुल प्रीत वाला जो session में हुआ, I still have a little bit of inhibition on certain things, but at least I'm thinking. A lot of people are
True.
thinking. They are
True.
pinging me right now that, Varun, do you still believe this was the person? Do you believe this is how it happened? Now people are made to think about it, and that was the idea of this back to basics. Just not take it from the word of mouth कि भाई किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया, news channel ने कुछ भी बता दिया. That is not how it is. You have to think for yourself, and this back to basics has made that happen. So I'm really glad we really are able to do it. I see Freeze as well, so let me take him in as well. Hey, Freeze. Okay, all right.
So
Okay,
Yeah,
just
Varun.
one more thing, Varun. Sorry,
sure.
Hemaju. So just one more thing. I think this is worth mention, and as you said, very glad that as SSR family, we have all managed to show Mr. Old Man the real ratings for his movie. We will continue to do that, and we will continue to tell them that no more will their substandard really sad movies with very high marketing and investments go ahead and fool us. So they should just stop this business and do something else, probably.
Exactly. I have to mention, not a big fan of KRK. He calls this old man Daddu, and I really love that word. That Daddu ne ye kiya, Daddu ne wo kiya, or I think people were saying he's done a review. So I haven't watched that video, but looking at the comments, I had to take his tweet and I had to put it or retweet it. That he really believes this movie is total crap, and as I can see, all the rating and everything that is also showing up. So yes, everybody has really shown the real face, and it's high time. I think he himself realizes few things, and he stops. And we have to. Kal, I think day before yesterday, I think Freeze mentioned it's enough. It's high time we empty their pockets now. We don't have to continue filling their pockets, so we really have to do that. Uh,
Varun,
again,
I think that Varun, I think that shows that probably KRK didn't get any money.
yeah, no, he will.
Anybody who pays him will get good review.
Yeah. All right, let's get started. Hello, Freeze. Welcome. Good morning. I don't know,
Hi,
morning
hi,
come,
how are you
evening
guys?
come,
Yeah,
night come.
good morning. Yeah, I
Yeah.
am little dazed off, so don't mind. I'll be a bit
Yep.
slow today
For obvious
because
reasons.
it's very crazy. Um, of course, I told you guys the other day, I personally got in when I saw the drops on the drug angle and stuff because I am aware what happened with my friend and somewhere close to that. But uh, today, what we're going to talk about is the corporation, the whole uh, the company, and how it is interconnected, linked, and it's a corporation that's been happening, and how they've been running this whole business of what business of ruining people's life. They just want to be on top, and it's their way or the highway. Either you're with them or you're against them. And just some time back, you mentioned, we want to empty the pocket. No, we're not interested in emptying anybody's pocket. Just be happy. Let others also be happy. I mean, why you guys are playing such ugly, dirty games? I mean, I really don't understand. So that's what we're going to reach to today. And as we said, we have to speak about Kwan and Cornerstone because everything is revolving around these two companies. And that's where it all starts. So, those links which I sent you, can you
Yep.
read them? Because I think we have to give a. It's just read it fast, or you can
Sure.
read one. Amreka can read one, and just
Sure.
an introduction of the company, who's come in, who's come out, how it's the three city spread over three cities. So
Yeah.
actually, it's only we come to know how the Hyderabad comes into the picture and why Madam was going to Hyderabad for what.
Correct. All right. So let's. Yes, please go ahead. Were you saying something?
No,
Okay.
no, no.
All right. So I think the whole agenda of tonight's session, guys, just to set the stage right. We're going to see how different these companies played a major role in not only managing people, managing these stars or actors, but at the same time how these were involved in other activities, not only managing the funds, also maybe involved in certain other activities as well, and how all this eventually will come out during the investigation. वो जो investigations हुई वहां पर भी बहुत सारे इन लोगों को बुलाया गया, and they were interrogated, and I'm sure there were things that came out. So we will definitely go through that. So if you look at it, we're going to definitely talk a little bit more about Kwan. If you don't know, you all can obviously research about Kwan as well. It's an entertainment company. It's more like a branding company, and as well as an account management kind of a company. So they manage stars, not only movie stars but also TV series and cricketers and whatnot, or
All
TikTokers
kinds of
and
talent. All
all
kinds
kinds
of
of
talent.
correct. So they
Yeah.
manage everybody, and so if I have to kind of go through some things, if you look at this particular article, it says it's realigning its management team, readies itself for the next level of growth. That was around 2018 when they did this restructuring. Maybe Freeze, you want to highlight a little bit on this?
I just want to say, like, if you really go and dig deeper into these guys, even when they incorporated this company, I think it was done way back 2008 and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Both of them, Kwan and Cornerstone. This is all 2008 stuff. And throughout the year, you again, when we saw about Sandeep Singh's people come in, people go, people come in, people go. There are mergers, people leave after they've done something. And I still, if you dig deeper into all these guys, Montana to blah blah blah, all these guys, I still feel their front faces, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
So yeah, you can start reading so that we give a intro of the company.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just read, who have been part of this and all that stuff. So let's start from here. Quan Entertainment, connecting investors, brands, and artists. That's what they do, basically, on a nutshell. Has announced the appointment of its founding partners. So these were the founding partners: Indranil Das Blah and Vijay Subramaniam as its co-CEOs. Now, there's a lot that you can read about Indranil. A lot of other things which you might find interesting. So do your research as well. In the new role, the veteran duo will manage the day-to-day operations and the agency business. This was basically done to leverage the combined extensive experience in the fields of entertainment, media, sports, music. So that's what we were saying. They are covering all the aspects. Uh, and one of the new founders was also Anirban. I mean, the guy Blah take on more relevant and strategic role. Again, that's why I'm saying you should definitely read more about uh, Mr. Blah, because he is involved in many things with many other actresses, and some other angles as well. So you'll get to know a lot about him as well. uh, they are saying he will be the one who will be kind of the guiding the long term vision and the strategy and growth of as a promoter. uh, of course he already was, and the idea was to make him more like a prominent name in the industry. So that, of course, as an investor, promoter, and mentor. Another co-founder, Madhu Mantena, uh, will continue to drive the evolution of Corn and a diversified media and entertainment along with Anirban. So, founding partner Dhruv. So, these 3 or 4 different people were given some strategic roles in the company. और इन लोगों ने बहुत सारे businesses, बहुत सारे sponsors को अपना supporters दिखा के, या promoters दिखा के, या funders दिखवा के, they've kind of grown the company, and that was also the idea, to grow the company, get more people on board, as well as no new sponsors and funding partners to be on board. Now this is more about Indranil Blah. He was a regular person. an assistant manager, more into the sales and marketing side since 2002. Uh, he's grown. His अगर आप इनकी growth chart देखें, he's exponentially grown. Uh, he joined Mahesh Bhupati's as head in Delhi office in 2004, and after that, there was no looking back. That was, I think, the biggest uh, shot, कहते हैं ना, in his career that helped him take and rise to the rank of head of sales in the same firm, and then uh, in the sporting arena, he was a name himself, and a lot of people were ready to kind of sponsor, work with him, and give him a lot of business as well. Indranil, he then co-founded Kwan in 2009. So 2002 से 2008 तक आप अगर देखें, he rose to the a very senior level, and that's when he had made enough money that he could now partner and create a new company, which was Kwan Entertainment. And right from sports companies to cricket franchises, football leagues, and all that all falls under this particular. That's how he started. Vijay Subramanian, the second founding partner, he was somebody who came from again a very regular and humble background, a mechanical engineer. Uh, intern की तरह इन्होंने job किया शुरू, and then he rose to the ranks of head of the company in South India. Now again, life touring business के लिए he was one person who really took that initiative and managed it so well that he also grew very fast in that. And his responsibilities, of course, verticals such as brand sales, live entertainment, television, blah blah blah. And then he completely took over that charge, and he was the one-man army for that. And he was also managing uh, some of the biggest stars since then, चाहे वो दीपिका पादुकोण हो, श्रद्धा कपूर हो, प्रीतम हो, and many more. Uh, if you read here, having helped Kwan for almost a decade now, I feel the time is right. So ये जब इन्होंने अब ये rebrand करने की कोशिश की और grow करने की कोशिश की, तब ये बता रहे हैं कि that's how they really want to kind of get into this and break the shackles, grow people as well as the company in different roles to increase their visibility in the ecosystem. Uh, Again, we can go on and on, but this is basically setting the stage. So if you have to look at who are they managing overall, Kwan, agar aap inki website pe bhi jaएं, you'll be able to see certain stars. But to name few, right from Ranbir Kapoor to Deepika Padukone's to Hrithik Roshan's, Tiger Shroff, Sania Mirza, Sportsmaid, Rana Daggubati. Pehle, obviously, he was in the south and a little bit now in the north as well. Mahesh Babu, and so on and so forth, including Sushant Singh Rajput. So he was also kind of being managed by them. So this is what Kwan is all about. These are some of those people, as you can see, uh, and that's how they started. Since 2002, they have been doing this management business, but Kwan itself was started somewhere around 2009. Now, moving forward, maybe we can talk a little bit about media alignment. Let me open this.
This is when they moved to South. That's Hyderabad.
Yeah. So, like I said, right, I mean, as per that initial article, they were trying to make a mark not only in the Bollywood industry, but across the globe, but then even in India, even on the south side, and that's what this is all about. Even the music comedy, digital music comedy, usme partners, literary and films. There were different kind of segments, and they wanted to be like everywhere, brand sales, and then so if you again, I can go through the articles, but I would rather have you guys kind of also look at this information. You can find it out. But one of the things that I would really love to, if you see his journey from Bangalore as a young eager kid who wanted to work in the work industry, His journey has been from 20,000 rupees per month employed to being the youngest partner at Kwan at age 31. And now this 20,000 per month is, I think, more than 220 lakh, or no, more than 2 crore, I think, per month, something like that. I read somewhere. So these are the kind of money these guys are making, of course, doing multiple things. And last but not the
this
least, I'm
this
gonna
this
open.
also shows that people in South have to wake up and try to understand what even like people from Mumbai are trying to say. All right, because when in the recent times we saw, okay, boycott Bollywood, then all of a sudden we see these guys are doing promos for South Indian movies, and so people in South have to realize that how these people had not just coming now, they're already there, and how this whole model and this whole practice is already happening there, and we'll reach to that.
So, just one point here, Freeze. I think what also corroborates the point you made right now and how South is pretty much involved is again going back to the coffee show and looking at which are the South stars who have been invited and what is the kind of camaraderie, warmth, space that they share together. Speaks a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what, since 2018 now, they've started kind of venturing and getting deeper into the South industry as well. Starting from Rana Daggubati's, production house, and entering into a joint venture with them. And they've done pretty well. I would say, they've been doing pretty well, capturing most of uh, the biggest names of the industry, or the biggest names of the businesses, as part of their channel. So again, these are the things that you should definitely kind of look at it when you look at how Sushant became part of this whole. Let me actually get people back on the screen. Give me 1 second. Yeah. So basically, this is how all these stars, these artists, these entertainers become part of the entire cabal, or how they become part of uh, the whole nexus. And let me also share this article, which has just been shared with me. Let me just add it. Yeah. Then there are different girls as well. Not to take away from the company, but then there are certain people who are making certain celebrities uh, look or appear or present in a way that they look on the screen and off the screen, and also how they behave. Of course, we've known you know uh,
Varun,
yes.
yeah, I'll just add this article I sent because in this, the three girls that they talk about on the top, the Kwan girls, go to the top of that. There are three names, right? So there
Yep.
is Meghna Chadda there, who is the one that they were talking that she is the mystery girl. That Smita Parekh named. So I have
Yep.
a picture. I don't know. I can't send it in the chat here. Let me send it to Freeze.
Meghna Chadha, so I can open that.
Yeah, you just Google it. You'll see that three girls sitting together. That's the picture. And I think it's a picture from 2015. It's an old picture. But the third girl in that is Meghna Chadha.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong, this is the picture. I'm just gonna share it. Let me know if this is the right picture. But
You know the one girl sitting on the table?
yeah, yeah. Give me one
Yeah,
second.
that one.
I put It is open somewhere, but I don't know
Yeah.
where it is open. Okay.
Yeah, that one. So the third girl there, she's Meghna Chadha.
I think this one, right?
The third one, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, she has a lot of makeup here, but actually, there's another picture where you can see she's a little bit dark skin. So I don't know how she's a mystery girl, but that's the claim.
Yeah. Again, guys, just to clarify, this name was taken by Smita Parekh in one of the interviews with Ujjwal Trivedi, if I'm not wrong, जहां पर उन्होंने बोला था. एंड उससे पहले जब वो कार में जा रही थी आउटसाइड ऑफ द सीबीआई, एंड व्हेन द रिपोर्टर्स आस्क्ड हर इन द कार, उस टाइम पे उन्होंने बोला था कि उनको उसका नाम नहीं पता. And she was like, the mystery girl was also inside for the investigation by the CBI. So between that time and the interview that she did, things changed, and then she got to know the name, and that's what she revealed on the Ujjwal Trivedi show.
So Varun, people are asking who is Meghna Chadha and what is the link. If you could just once more elaborate, right from how she's the mystery girl to the Kwan connection.
She's a PR for the Kwan.
So yeah, like I think abhi Hema ji ne bhi bataya tha, and we were also talking about it the last show. Meghna Chadha happens to be, actually, let me open that article as well, that if I'm not wrong, she was managing a lot of different people, artists, Meghna Chadha, and this is, I think,
Yeah, in the same article, it shows all the people she managed, like Kangana and a lot of other people.
sorry, what?
In the same article that you had opened before, it shows all the people that these three girls are managing.
Oh, it is? Okay, then in
Yeah,
that case,
there's a
let me
list
just
in
click
that underneath that.
Perfect. That is good.
But if I'm not wrong, Jaya heads all of them.
Okay, let me share this.
Please, we'll do that after this explanation, what you just mentioned.
Okay. So this article that Hemaji just shared, let me say, yeah.
Yeah, they're right.
So if you see, so she is one of the PR persons who's been managing multiple stars, multiple actors, multiple celebrities. Let me just use the word celebrities, because not only did she manage movie stars, but there were also some other people. They initially had 23 clients for the company that they formed, these three girls, but they were initially managing Kangana, Nargis, Sid Malia, who is Siddharth Malia actually, Shruti Hassan, Lara Datta, Babhe, and many experienced stuff. So they were the ones who were managing, and that's when I think, if I'm not wrong, she was also kind of handling Sushant as well. But this name came out in as the mystery girl for a couple of days or weeks, and it was all based on a comment that was made by Smita Parekh on one of the shows. That the mystery girl who was traveling, who was inside the house running around, like Hemaji mentioned, it did kind of quite add up. Of course, you can also kind of look it up and you can find some photographs and you can do a comparison. But looking at the height and the color and the way she presents herself, it doesn't look like that she was the mystery girl. But again, like I said, please go ahead. You could also look it up, and you could also find your own, do your own investigation as well around that. Okay, let me now go back. Yes. So, how do you? What do you? Please want to go with the video now, or how do we want to proceed further?
We have to start with that, with Hemaji's one video that she had made.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with this first. Now, maybe Hemaji, if you could kind of set some stage. What is the relevance of this video and how?
Yeah, Actually, the relevance is like I think yesterday in the previous video I had told that I made a video where Arpita and Rhea come together for a party. So basically, this is like a very close family and friend party because it was Sohail Khan's son's birthday party. So the only people you see there, because in this we are not going to show all the people, right? That will be a long video. So I only focused on Rhea. I only focused on Rhea and Arpita. So we can see Bunty Sajde
Bunty,
here. Yeah.
yeah,
And then, of course, there are clippings of Salman going in, Arbaz, like the family, all the family was there. And then very other close people, like their usual friend circle, whether it is Sonakshi Sinha, Jacqueline. So these are only the people you see going.
politicians.
Politicians, yeah. So I only showed like the important people I thought were important for me to show. And the significance of this is to show that in this party was in 2018 December, and she came into Sushant's life in, I don't know if she was dating already in December, but she was in his life in January, and she moved in 2019 of April. She was in their house in April, right? And at that time, we remember that in the even Sushant's sisters and the brother-in-law had told that this girl knows him only for a couple of months, and she moved in, which means she probably was dating him January, if we take that into account, of 2019. So basically, this is just to show that.
So this guy is Bunty Sachdeh, who was also interrogated in this particular case for a lot of things, the money trail, the management, and as you can see, he's the CEO of Cornerstone. And जैसे कि statement यहाँ लिखा भी हुआ है in
Yeah,
2020,
I just put that in there. Yeah.
Karan Johar partnered with Sachdeh. It's now Dharma Cornerstone Agency, and Rajiv
Yes.
Masand has joined as the COO of that.
So you can see how now like after Sushant's demise, like they're helping each other, probably with the money, budget, funding, everything. So he has partnered in December of 2020. He partnered with him, and now it is called Dharma Cornerstone Agency, not just Cornerstone anymore. And
Also
Rajiv
to be
Masand, our
noted,
favorite.
just 1 minute, Himaji. Also to be noted is these people, like we know who owns Dharma, what has been his role in terms with or his behavior or his action towards Sushant. What has Rajiv done, Masand has done to Sushant. So that's exactly what we are trying to point out here. Please continue.
So now this is that moment. I think maybe Hemaji will talk about.
And this is December 2018.
You can give little sound here just to show that it's actually Rhea.
Just pause it. Now, my question to everybody is: how often have you guys seen uh, uh, a actress or a upcoming actress with Arpita? That's my question.
Yeah,
You can start.
correct. Yeah, it's not easy to get into,
और ये
the
है वो जो क्या है कौन है कमाल खान
Kamal Khan.
जो कि
Yes,
Yeah.
Kamal,
सलमान का बहुत ही ज्यादा क्लोज फ्रेंड है जो
the guy during the footpath accident with him.
Right.
वो भी था जो कार में था जब वो हिट एंड रन केस and Salman was I think some people right who were sleeping on the footpath जो भी केस हुआ था. So in that case, I think this was one of his friend who was with him in the car.
Yeah.
So this is one guy who knows the truth about Salman, that Salman was driving the car that day, but I guess he saved him. So that's why he's become his lifelong friend right now. So So now I'll also show you guys when Arpita is leaving. This is when Arpita is leaving the party, right?
Yes, Nemaji.
Yeah, no, go ahead, go ahead. You can play
Okay.
till I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay.
And then you don't see anybody on this side. So Rhea didn't live with her. So I guess Rhea was still in the party then. So she didn't really live with her. So I guess somebody else would have dropped her off. Um, so you can see this is when they are leaving the party. Because people stand outside there and take pictures when there are people coming to the party, leaving the party. After this, I'll show you the most another important person, Baba Siddiqui and his son Zisham Siddiqui.
Yep. Who doesn't know them? The famous Eid parties and Shah Rukh's and Salman's favorite.
They also were in this closed party. So you see there, they actually had the car outside and then they're entering the party. So once you're inside and you're all close circle, just friends and family, and that's Sonakshi Sinha, this is if she's leaving. And Sonakshi Sinha, right? Yeah. And then there's Jacqueline Fernandez, who's also leaving right now. So as you can see, guys, what I mean is like this is like a very closed circle, right? But there you can see in that how close they are with Baba Siddiqui, Zishan Siddiqui, and once they are in the party, these are the same people sitting around in the party, right? There is Rhea, and so she knows all these people. She knows Zishan Siddiqui. Of course, she knows Baby Penguin then because Zishan Siddiqui and Baby Penguin are best buddies. And like I think both of them are COVID positive right now because I checked Zishan Siddiqui's Instagram too, and he's also turned COVID positive after Baby Penguin was COVID positive. At the same time, they were COVID positive, and I think the news is that now Manish Malhotra, I think, also is COVID positive. So somewhere these people are always meeting together somewhere, right? So one is positive, I guess everybody's getting positive. How she's already like connected with this family. That's what I wanted to show you guys. So I don't know if she's Apita's friend, like personal friend or business wise she's getting connected, but she is in that circle. And this is December 2018 video of Sohel Ali Khan. Sorry, Ali Khan. What am I saying? Of this is a video from 2018 of her being in the party of Sohail Khan's son's birthday party. So, basically, what was she doing there? Like, was she supplying something to these people? She was there on business purpose. She was there to make contacts because she was under Kwan. So this connects her with Kwan, Cornerstone, everything right now because she's in a party where it's not like a huge party, right? In a party where Zishan, all the Siddiquis are there, the Khans are there, and she's among them in 2018 of December. And this is, I think, probably the same time that she got hooked up with Sushant Singh. Or, yeah, she got hooked up after that, I think, because she knew Sushant, or they started dating in January, something like that. Because she moved in with Sushant in April, I think, April of 2019. April of or June, I don't remember exactly. I think April. Yeah, April she had started to come to their house and started living with him, and then
You can stop here, Varun.
and all the staff was out. She started.
So basically, if she had moved in April, and after that, you can see. I think that she would have taken a month or two to gauge the people around him, right? Because June was when all the stuff was gone. So, like some people were there, like Keshav, the cook. Probably, he was harmless. Maybe that's why she kept him around. So she's gauged everything. I feel once she moved in, like who can stay, who can, who needs to go, and then by June, everybody were gone. Everything around him had changed.
Right.
And the most important is that if they were in a party together, that's totally different. You can take pictures in a party together and all that. But in this, you see her coming like in the car, sitting with the sister. So that shows the closeness.
Right. Okay. Let me.
This is more of a family get together here. This is family.
Yeah, if you
This is
see the
not
whole
even
video,
friends.
if you see the
Do you
whole
see?
video, there
If
are
you see the whole video, you won't see the other superstars. This is family. This is pure family.
right, right. If you there are two videos on the public domain, and if you see the whole video, because I didn't want to put everything in there, but you'll see only family coming in, and like the friends, like whether it is Saif Ali Khan's kids, right? So you only see kids because it's Sohail's son's party. So you only see the kids getting in, and other than that, you just see only his close circle. Only these important people that I showed.
Right. So I think this is. Let me just finish off this particular video. I saw some other faces as well.
I know.
Let's
Um,
avoid that.
let's avoid
Okay.
that. He's saying. I
Okay.
mean, you can show it. People can decide on their own. They're not
Absolutely.
saying anything.
Got it. Now
There's
there is.
something else I forwarded on WhatsApp. If you can,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
this was December 2018, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you read the date?
This is November 2018.
So 1 month before or around this party.
Yeah. So I think this is also a known fact that Salman has a major kind of stake and role in Kwan. That's a kind of a known fact to everyone. And this is where it says Salman Khan UBT lands strategic. So Salman's talent company is called Uniworld Being Talented. Picks up strategic stake in Big Bang Media Ventures, the holding company that owns Kwan. So I think, yep, 1 month prior to that particular party.
So around that time. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we can go to the other one, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It continues with the same thing. The other video, Varun.
Sure, sure. Oh, I thought I had stopped sharing. Yeah, I'll play the second video now.
Yeah.
Let
And if
me
you want,
just.
you just mute it and just go
Okay,
through the screens because it's just the article. I
sure.
just sent the video because I couldn't find that article again.
Got it. There we go, guys. So, hope. And I'll try to
So
read it
basically,
for all
yeah,
people.
let me just
Yeah.
tell one thing here, like the first screen, right? This one actually, remember initially when they came out saying that the Kwan came into the picture. So that time, Salman and his team came out and denied that Salman doesn't own Kwan. So that is when Swami Subramaniam ji tweeted this, because this was an article, like how actually Freeze just shared another article, right? So where it's clearly saying that Salman's UBT, took ownership in Kwan's holding. So that's why he was tweeting this to tell that what is this then? Like, he does own Kwan. That's what he was trying to tell by tweeting. So now you can move to the article.
Sure, I will. But before that, I just had to take this particular comment. Raju Nair is saying, "Are
Yeah.
you
What is
deviating?
that?
Yeah, are you deviating from the main cause SSR?" So Raju, just to be clear, if I understand your question, maybe you joined in the middle of this session, or you just joined. We are actually connecting all the different pieces of the puzzle together for you, for everyone, including ourselves. कि कैसे रिया, कहाँ से रिया का जर्नी इस सब में शुरू हुआ, how she became part of Sushant's life. Why did she become part of Sushant's life? What was her role in not only Sushant's life but also other things that were happening? चाहे वो कौन से related हो, drug से related हो, money से related हो, and that's how these different pieces of the puzzle are being put together. So hold off your horses, I would say, and also thoda dekh ke, then you do your own research and then you will figure out that how we are kind of placing these different blocks together. So, coming to a judgmental kind of position right now wouldn't help. So, thodi der ruko, thoda dekho, and then we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna play this. Like Hemaji mentioned, this is an article. Unfortunately, not defined at this point of time. This is what the article is all about. We'll try to see if you guys can read it. Otherwise, I'm gonna read it once I see the article.
Yeah,
So let me just move
yeah.
it a little.
There's just two more paras you read. You just move to the, just skip and just click on it. Keep it muted and click on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me
Go
just
a
make
little back. Yeah. Here, right here.
Okay.
You can just read it.
Yeah. So new name which we are throwing right now, not new as in totally new, but new name because we've not talked about it for a while. Who is Varun Mathur? On 26th April 2018, a company named Insight Venture Private Limited was formed by Varun Mathur. Another person, Saurabh Mishra, had joined Varun as his partner, and Sushant Singh Rajput entered the company on 2nd May 2018. The trio became directors. Now the ED wants to know whether Sushant joined the company willingly, and if yes, why wasn't he involved from the beginning? Did Varun bring Sushant because the firm was incurring losses? Even Varun Mathur was the director of UBT, which is again UBT, if you remember, this is Salman's talent or whatever company. However, on 2nd April, he left the company. A Bollywood actor, let me just see if we could go a little down.
Yeah, just move the screen a little bit.
Yeah.
Actually, next the Ria's paragraph will come. You can read that and then come back to this. Yeah. Read this first.
Sushant was a director of two more companies. Sushant's partner, Rhea Chakrabarti, and her brother Shauvik, spelling is wrong, but were directors in two companies. The first one was named the Front World Foundation, which had Sushant and Shauvik as directors, while the other company had Rhea, Sushant, and Shauvik. I think the name of this company, I think, was Vivid Rage, or it was Vivid Rage Reality X Private Limited. Uh, Suspicions have been raised because a few days before Sushant's death, Rhea had resigned as the director of the company. So, in the FIR filed against Rhea, Sushant's
Yeah, that one is fine. Now, if you move forward, then the Varun Mathur's paragraph comes back again.
Just one more thing, Varun, if you could add here, that
here.
there were also reports that, when Rhea was interrogated, she never really went across talking about the kind of firms that Sushant and Shauvik had together. So something again to keep in mind. We can talk about this more in detail later.
Sure. All right. So just finishing that second para, even Varun Mathur was the director, we've already mentioned. A Bollywood actor was also a director of UBT. The
That's
ED.
Salman.
Sorry?
No, that was Salman. They just didn't name him there.
Right. The ED also wants to probe as to why Varun suddenly left the firm to form a new one, and also why did he rope Sushant in? The ED may summon, and if I remember correctly, he was summoned.
Right.
After a while.
Yeah. So basically, I want to bring one point here. So April 2018, he leaves. That's all in this video. April 2018, he leaves the company that he was with Salman, right? And then May 2018, like within that a month itself he forms, and actually he actually forms it in April itself. He forms that other company where the Inside Ventures, and then he gets Sushant also in it. So it's all happening in that 1 month. So what does that show? Was this done purposely? Did he leave and go there? Was this something that was planned, or was this something that he actually wanted to leave here and then roped in Sushant, and that created a rift between Salman and Sushant? So there are two different ways to look at it.
Okay. All right. So
And
I
another
see.
thing I can add here is actually Varun Mathur also had not only UBT before, right? He also had another company which was Uniworld Entertainment Private Limited, and in which now the people who are there in UBT and that other one are Salman and Nikhil Dwivedi, the actor who did only one movie, I guess,
Yeah.
and Amit Dangi.
I think Nikhil Trivedi jo hai, he's also a very strong and a strong supporter, as well as one of the key players in Salman's, army. कुछ लोग हैं जो जिनका, again, I don't want to demean anybody and their work, and I don't want to kind of even defame anybody, but कुछ लोगों का businesses, घर, सब कुछ वो सलमान की chain of companies जो है उनके थ्रू चलता है, and he tried his hand on acting, but when it didn't work, he's become a very, very strong like business man, somebody who is well trusted by Salman Khan. So yeah.
So we can see how many companies they create, kind of like shell companies or something. I don't know what they do in these each companies.
Yeah.
2 companies there, and then Being Human, and then other. I think even the Hungry. What is that? Is that Being Hungry?
Being Hungry.
Being Hungry. That's Kunal.
Yeah.
Canal. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that also has association with Salman.
Correct.
Bravo,
yeah. Okay.
Who do you think must be calling the shots here?
The big boss. Big boss
I've
himself.
sent you, actually, I feel it's my assumption again. Though Sushant came in a bit later, but not this one, the next one. So we have something called the inside notes, which Sushant had made, these notes. And this guy had huge plans with this company. This was going to be another production house, actually. This production house was going to bring in a lot of new set of series like biopic. We all are aware of that. Sushant wanted to do a series, like a mini series of biopics, in which he'll take different character every maybe episode or season, and I don't know what. But that was one of the plans. And also, I think he was moving away. He didn't want to be under the clutches of these so many other production houses. He wanted to start his own. So I think he was there, almost there, as in starting his own production house.
And the whole boycott thing must have already, something that he would have sensed by now, of all production houses doing that to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Now getting work is stuck up, and I'm sure by now he must have understood what's happening and who's stopping it, and so he was like, I'll do my own, because there is a video of a man. He's also an actor and a dancer, and it was his house where Sushant came and stayed first in Mumbai. Okay? And in his interview, he clearly said that Sushant was a guy. When he started and joined, he joined Shamak, he joined some other people, and when he had started having tough times there, he started his own dance school. So he was a kind of a person. If he'll not get a chance or the break to move ahead or forward, he will start his own. So on that basis, I think he was almost there, and I think he had also must have invested a lot of money in this.
So in a
And
very viral, sorry.
continue. What do you have to say?
In a very viral interview, he goes on to say that if I get no work, if there is no one ready to sign me tomorrow, I'll start shooting on my phone. I'll start shooting on my mini cam. That's one. And number two, I think it's so easy and it's so simple. A lot of us, not just in Bollywood, but even otherwise, realize कि अगर if there's someone who outshines everything, just put a spot on his character and the person is gone. So, is that where it was headed?
You
Yeah.
see, so if you read, can you read?
Yeah.
Infiltrate
I
the.
think
Yeah.
he was the first screenshot or the first posted that I see is called edu.app
Education app.
dot ip.
Yes,
Education
yes,
app, yeah.
Yeah, so he was definitely planning to create multiple apps. I think I remember vaguely uh, somebody who's also very famous, and he's like a musician slash a businessman, uh, and a very kind of somebody who is, again, I don't want to kind of name and do everything here right now. He also mentioned to Sushant, also mentioned it to him, that he has ideas around apps, and Sushant was actually working this guy, right? What's his name? Pitani. He was hired for a lot of those UX as well as designing projects, because that's what Pitani was an expert on. He was that creative guy who was being used as somebody who could create some kind of visualization to some of the thoughts, some of the things that came to Sushant's mind, and he could just visualize it. And I think Pitani would have stored a lot of these secrets, and I don't know, in his brain, in his mind, or in some kind of documentation format. And he definitely would know a lot of things like this that he wanted to do. Now he says Ellen, and I'm going to assume it's the Elon Musk, Ellen mode, top 100
yes.
most
Yeah.
powerful. What that means is he really is in like a Elon Musk mode, which means I am just focused. I want to do something big, something for the community, for our world, and have to be in the top most 100 most powerful. Either he was dreaming for himself or for this app to be the most powerful. Anything you want to add for this post? Anyone?
After this post, Varun, actually, the article I sent you goes along with this, what he was
Okay.
trying to do. So
Yeah.
you can read that
So the
after this.
second post I see this one, which is Sushant plus education.
Education again.
Mhm.
Again, education, global, uh, something which I cannot read properly. Corporate, again, I cannot read everything clearly. And yeah, I'm not able to read everything very clearly. But yes, he was trying to do something for the global education, and I am gonna assume again. This is assumption, personal assumption, guys. All of this, he would have tried to kind of got patents around this, because he was just doing a high level workflow kind of a diagram, and then based on that, he would have documented everything to get into a patent mode. Infiltrate the circulatory system of India. Now it says something around airways. In this, it says Air India, safety, security,
Safety.
video,
Videos.
videos. So maybe something on the surveillance and security aspects as well.
I can't believe what we have lost.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Varun,
Varun,
there is a big production house from a very big producer who is also I mean, who's launching big time apps in education, and it's doing fairly well. I could be pushing this beyond our horizons, but is there a link there as well? Because that particular person with initials R and S is also very closely connected to the other guys in question.
no, you're not pushing it, Rekaji. There will be some connection.
So Himaji,
Eh,
I
Yeah,
don't
in
see the
WhatsApp.
article. Can you ping it again?
Uh,
Can you till then just I've sent you another one. Can you flash that fast?
it's I sent in WhatsApp, Varun.
I just messaged you. Can you send it there? I don't know which Varun you sent it to.
No, I sent it in the group.
Oh, got it, got it. Sorry. Okay, okay.
I don't know any other Varun.
Okay, let me just first share and open this.
No,
That
it's okay. It's okay. You can come up with Himaji.
yeah,
That's part of his diary actually.
okay,
You see, because dance was, I think, a part of him. You know, dancing was very close to him, just like music.
yeah. If you remember, Freeze, yesterday when or day before when we played that video, right? He was saying he wants to be in a dance movie because dance
Hmm.
is something which obviously he's not only close to, but that comes to him naturally. You know, if you remember when he was in Delhi College, DCE, he was getting bored. You know, halaki he jokingly might have said that, you know, it was a all boys college and, you know, there were no girls in the college, so I was getting bored. So I thought, why not I join Shamak Dawar dance company and learn that. But then right after that, you know, his passion for dance showed up, and every
Yeah,
place that he went, he
I
was
think so.
you know,
I think. Sorry,
dancing
sorry.
and doing. Yeah, go ahead.
I think he wanted to come up with something like, over the years we have seen Step Up, we've seen Breakdance, we've seen, even if you go further back, we've seen My Fair Lady. So he wanted to come up with a musical. I have a feeling, I have a very strong feeling he wanted to come up with a dance musical,
So
a movie,
yesterday, Freeze, in the video Hemaji shared, he says, "I would love to do a Black Swan."
Yep,
Black
When
Swan.
when she talks about his liking for dance.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You can read the go. Yeah, go below the article, Varun. You can read. This is exactly what Varun Mathur told to ED.
yeah.
Just pause, just hold on.
So
And that's what I wanted to add, that because Varun Mathur and this guy were together, I'm 100% sure he must have opened the entire stuff on the table. And Varun Mathur must be knowing a lot of his plans, if not just some of them, you know.
yeah,
Right, Freeze. And here he's actually shared only 2 plans, but we don't know how many more were there. You can read through it because it's very important.
yeah. Now I think we also touched upon this last time as well, which is he wanted to do those important figures of India. You know, the 12 different you know, national, or I would say heroes of our country. इसके अंदर स्वामी
Yeah,
विवेकानंद is mentioned, Mother Teresa, Rabindranath, Mahatma Gandhi. In the other article I read, Neta Subhash Chandra Bose, and there were many more who he really wanted to portray, but more on a virtual reality, so that, you know, this could be an experience, not only a movie, not only something that you just visualize. It could be an experience. So he wanted to give this to our community, or our you know, as part of our, just like, you know, everybody's right now trying to create a vault. He really wanted to do that for our all the heroes that we lost, uh, including obviously some special you know, people like Saurav Ganguly and many more. uh,
Yeah, that's the
of course,
biopic. He wanted to do a biopic.
correct.
I don't know if this Priyanka Kirmani is that his sister, the lawyer, or is it some other Priyanka?
No, I think this her name is Singh, Priyanka Singh, because of OP Singh. She's OP Singh's wife, right? I mean, if I'm not wrong. So
No,
this
OP.
Himani is somebody else.
Varun,
No,
if you remember, both NCB and CBI had spoken with his lawyer, who apparently had a lot of information that he had left behind with. Probably it'd be a good idea to cover that in one of the sessions as well. It was
Sure.
covered across with a lot by a lot of news channels.
I think that's the same lawyer, Priyanka Kirmani.
Hmm. Okay. I will. Yeah, let's do that. And okay.
Yeah. Did we ever hear about that Rishabh Thakkar in drug case?
I am blanking out right now. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. But apparently ED was looking for questioning that guy who is Ria's friend.
Yeah, I apologize, guys. Now I regret. Yeah, it is Neetu Singh, not Priyanka. So Priyanka is different. But this
Yeah, that's why I
Priyanka that
think.
we're
Yeah, I
talking
think
about
that's
is
why her last name may be different. I don't know her husband's name, but
okay. Priyanka's husband name is Siddharth. Okay. All right. So now going back. So freeze based on this. What is the next that? Let me actually see. What? Who was that guy that you flash? You shared.
That is Varun Mathur.
That is Varun Mathur. So I will actually flash it one more time, guys. So we've been talking about uh, Varun Mathur. So let me just keep that frame on the screen. And yeah, I was looking at this page. Teach dance to children. Finish reading the entire physical book. Understand Polynesian astronomy. Play chess with the champions. Okay, so this is Varun Mathur, who we've been talking about today. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now. All right. So, what else do we want to bring out today?
So I have some notes and I'll read out. And anybody wants to add on to something, so we'll add, because the whole idea was how one family, companies connected and related to this guy and his family are somewhere or the other involved throughout the year, uh, in terms of payment. And I'm speculating, is it in terms of action also of hers? So I will just start reading all of these. Okay,
Okay.
ठीक है. So and these are all stuff from newspaper articles, from Republic to many other print media, and it's all there. Here it goes. So, in Sushant Singh Rajput death case, one remembers the father of the late actor filing an FIR against Rhea Chakrabarti for stealing, I repeat, for stealing rupees 15 crore from his son's bank account. Then the CPI comes in. Fast forward, CBI is coming. Then the CBI comes in, and the first thing they do is bring in the ED, because for the money part, right? Fast forward, Rhea was called sometime, I think, in the month of August by the ED. Now, as per reports which I have, and whoever wants later, I can pass it on and flash it to them. It comes to the knowledge of the ED that there's some money that to in lakhs that's been transferred into Rhea's account from both from Kwan as well as Cornerstone. Okay. Now, the first question was Rhea ever working for Kwan or Cornerstone? Was she?
Never heard that.
No,
Never heard
never.
that.
No trace of that.
So why is she, even seen over here? Like, can you flash this out? It looks like a briefing. I mean, she's sitting in front of the a banner, and it looks like a brief or something she's giving. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. 1 second.
Actually, you can keep her on and just keep her on.
Okay. Give me 1 second. It's just I already have that picture. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna share the screen now, and I'm gonna keep this on, like he said. Give me 1 second, and here we go.
Okay. To me, it looks like she's briefing on behalf of Kwan.
Yeah.
She's got her 3 cell phones there, and obviously there's some people in front and asking questions or whatever, and she's addressing to them. So yeah, was she ever working for Kwan? I mean, it's not there. Come out that public.
Yep. Never.
So why was Kwan and Cornerstone both transferring money into her account? And if
And
it's
I want
not
to
being
add,
public, sorry, continue.
here, phrase that you would know, and the closer people are to these celebrities, that they don't endorse anything for free. They don't like any brands or names around them if they are not in some way related to it, because that's a good source of income for them. So then, why is Rhea here?
Why is she here?
My question.
Yeah, and not forgetting, we've already seen the December party. She is with the family. We've also seen November. The company takes over, merges a part of Kwan, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
what kind of a project she was up to? I mean, has she done any movies? Has she done any ads for Kwan? We don't know. I'm not
Mm,
aware of, honestly speaking. I've checked, but nothing as such. So, what kind of a project she was on to?
right.
And the strange part is, uh, December we saw that video where she's with Arpita, and sometime I remember there's a Times Now or a Republic interview of Mr. Vikas Singh where he is saying that the time and the moment when she got to know him, there was this one evening where she was, to be honest, she was a pylon, and the whole family was there in the house, and they went on saying, "Oh, there's somebody you have to meet." And then she called Sushant, and Sushant was like, "Okay, TK, come over to meet." And she was right there in the next 2 minutes. So that means she was already down. So she moved on. She actually piled on into onto him and sneaked in. And after that, there was no looking back. And however, the money part I'm talking about, the most striking revelation came to light when the ED was investigating and asking her that there are transactions between Rhea and Kwan, especially two specific payments, not two, I mean, the two big ones. I'll come to that. And if you can flash this one, or I've already sent you
Yeah.
the payments.
Let me do
So
that.
I would like to, by the time Varun flashes, I would like to read out an article which says Shovik is reportedly Sushant's business partner in artificial intelligence firm called Vivid Rage Realitics, which was also jointly launched by Rhea in 2019. Reportedly, Sushant was the sole investor in this joint venture that the actress apparently didn't mention in her statement to ED.
Right,
Yeah,
Neetaji. Like
and
we
there's some
saw
brilliant points. There's some brilliant points in the comments also. Okay, so what kind of a trapping was this going on?
So this was particularly, revealed as part of the transactions that happened to Ria. This is the amount of money that has been transferred to her. For what? We don't know. You know,
March, 3,96,000. That's like 4 lakhs for what?
yeah.
And if you look at all these payments very carefully, okay, and if you calculate, it comes up to 40 something, whatever, 40 odd lakhs, because
20,
there are rumors and there are reports that it could reach even beyond 40. So there are some times in these entire, not forgetting, the payments happen from March 2019 till July 2020. That is even 1 month after his death. was the last payment that gone to her. Okay, and both were involved, Kwan as well as Cornerstone, in transferring money to her, either through RTGS, NEFT, in different ways. So I, when I look at the pattern of this transaction, to me it looks like there is a set monthly. It looks like a salary to me, to be honest. Okay,
Yeah. There were
okay,
some common numbers as well, right? If you see 2,75,400, even like to the last rupees, 400 rupees tak, and
hmm,
this is like the same value, same number.
yeah,
So, and don't forget that all this time, actually, Kwan was only managing Sushant, but she was getting the money.
and how much of work has he got from Kwan? I have no idea.
And also, I have a question. I guess it's a doubt also for me. But Disha worked for Cornerstone. So Cornerstone was also managing Sushant.
I want to bring in a point here. This is again a Times of India article which says the friend, and I am reading a small excerpt from there, which says the friend also said that Sushant did not take drugs and was in fact the one who would dissuade others from taking them.
We lose you, Rika.
She's got some problems.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
I
Yeah,
can.
yeah, I can.
Okay, Rika, I think we lost you.
Am I audible? Am I
Okay,
audible?
I don't know.
Now, yes,
Okay. So should I read that again?
Yes, please.
please do.
Okay, just give me a moment. I kind of closed it. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. So should I read the whole thing again, or could you tell me where was the last, you guys?
And yeah, we
We did the
could
whole
hear
thing. It
you.
wasn't much.
The friend also said that Sushant did not take drugs and was in fact the one who would dissuade others from taking them.
She got cut at the same point last time.
At the
I know.
same point,
Same point, man.
drugs is the
The
key
buzzword.
then.
The
Yeah.
buzzword.
Yeah,
So that's all we need to know. Sushant did not take drugs. That's it.
that's it. Yeah, so these payments, they look like a salary to me. Yeah,
Varun, why don't
and
you read it?
also
I put it on the group because my network seems very erratic.
Okay.
Um,
Let
so
me-
basically, what he says is Rhea was introduced. Rhea who introduced Sushant to Quant Talent Management Company. Um, Even he was not interested. Rhea got Shruti Modi on board. They both Kwan. Jaya Saha was close to Shruti Modi and Shruti close to Rhea. So basically, this is the point I'm trying to make. Sushant was not keen on coming on board with Kwan. Rhea literally forced him to come on board. The link between Rhea and Kwan was Shruti Modi. Shruti Modi, who was also very, very close to Jaya Saha. So, and this is in Times of India article, very, very clear. Yeah, exactly this one.
Okay. Let me just hide the comment. Okay.
So Rekha ji looks like he already had a little bit of tiff going on with Salman and all that, right? So maybe that's why he was not totally comfortable, but still she kind of got him on track with
So
Kwan.
what I keep going back to is that here we're talking about a smart man, right? He just didn't become an actor because everyone else wanted to be an actor. He knew what he wanted to do. And so yes, of course, he knew a lot of what was going on and he was reluctant coming on board. Probably at that point he was not sure of the exact reasons, but he had an instinct and understanding of something going on.
I would like to add to this is I will read out Shruti Modi's statement. In Shruti Modi's statement to the ED, she said that Rhea Chakrabarti had been taking decisions and managing Sushant's finances ever since she came into his life. This is her own statement. Shruti Modi confesses to drugs being a part of the culture around Sushant Singh Rajput. I repeat, around Sushant Singh Rajput. She told the premier investigating agency that while she was a facilitator, she was not into narcotic substances. She further went on to pin the blame on Rhea Chakravarti and brother Shobit Chakravarti and the house staff and said that she was compelled, as in forced, to be a part of it. And this is recorded. That's the
Now,
reason, if you
yeah.
remember, the lawyer came and that's where Mr. Khatri's name comes into the picture.
And now going back to the fact that Hemaji mentioned that he was reluctant, and did he really know something was going on? When she wished Sushant in January of 2020, again in an interview, Sushant mentions in an interview with Bollywood Life last year, when Sushant was asked if he's dating Rhea, the actor said, and I would request everyone to pay attention to his words. They mean so much in perspective today. I am not allowed to say, these are Sushant's words, I am not allowed to say, it's not that someone else is saying that I am not allowed to say it. I cannot allow myself to say anything. This is what he's talking in perspective of the relationship between Rhea and him. Which boyfriend does that? Who
Yeah.
does that? I am not allowed to say. It's not that someone else is saying that I am not allowed to say it. I cannot allow myself to say anything. So, which means by January 2020, he knew a lot. He knew almost everything that was going on around him.
Yeah,
And this is the same guy who, again, in a very old interview with Ankita, said that I'm going to marry Ankita in a certain month, in a certain year. He said that in that interview. So,
All over, all across,
yeah,
openly.
and exactly, openly, very right, yeah. And this is the guy who's saying this statement now. So you're right. I definitely believe that by that time he was aware, but he was just stuck in some kind of rat hole that he could not pull himself out of, और या उसकी सिचुएशन ऐसी बन गई थी कि वो कहीं भागता भी था तो उसको वापस खींच लेती थी रिया चक्रवर्ती. सो दैट्स हाउ.
और क्या इसके बाद ही वो 8-8, 10-10 घंटे सोता था? Was
या
it after this that he was made to sleep for hours and hours together, so he didn't know what was going on, what were the parties downstairs and other stuff, and dry
करेक्ट.
fruits worth 50,000 of rupees?
Yeah. So this ties back to our second session of drugs.
yeah, and also that's where I think Khatri was already inside, and that's where we see that video where he's putting his hand around him and he's controlling him and he's bringing him out. Also, not forgetting the video in which that is the Halloween party, and we know which Halloween party we are talking about, where he had the fight or whatever. That's what we've heard. He is been escorted or he's been taken out by Baba Wadwan. Now, who's Baba Wadwan? Is the SDIL guy. The same Baba Wadwan is the guy who has been sponsoring year after year Being Human fashion show. Father and son, both are in jail right now. But this, and there are multiple pictures with the Khan family. I will not say just the Khan, with the Khan family. Okay, with Baba Wadwan. That's the baldy big guy. Now he's lost a lot of weight because jail mein hai isliye. And you can see he brings Sushant out. If you want, that video also can be given to you. And he makes Sushant sit in his car and he takes him out.
Yeah.
You know,
And I think everybody has seen that video. Probably it's the Gauri Khan's Halloween party.
Yeah. No, but the again, this is a question, very valid question. सारी चीजों में, again, I have no answer to this question, and uh, such a smart guy, such an amazing guy, intellectual, smart, wise on money. How did all this? He got into all this. I really, sometimes, of course, ड्रग्स देने की अगर बात करें and all that stuff, जो भी बात करें, right, उसके लिए भी somebody had to be in his life. But ये शुरुआत, ये इनिशिएशन जो हुई, वो क्यों हुई, कैसे हुई? We all know, there are other people as well, Sara Ali Khan se leke Kriti Sanans and whatnot. So I don't know kitna sach hai kitna jhoot hai. Sara Ali Khan ka to sab kehte hain कि because of that particular relationship, that's where she was also used as a connector to get Rhea plotted, because Rhea and Sarah were the best kind of good buddies, and that's how they feel. I think they got together. They got together into it.
Yeah. So, anything or should I continue?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So we saw the payment. We had come till the payment, and the question was, what was she getting paid for? And to me, it looks like a monthly payment. And every time you see a big amount, 3 to 4 lakhs, that's because the missing months there's been no payment. So it's my observation and it's my feeling that there was a set whatever kind of maybe 1.5 or 2 lakhs that she was getting. Now I want to ask, this is the pure white money going, right? Because this is bank transactions. Uh, is it not possible that there were other, the 25Ks, the 50Ks, and the other stuff? Is it possible? The black, because you know how system works here. There is the white payment and then there's the black payment.
Yeah,
Barabar?
yeah,
So there's no idea. We don't have an idea about the black payment. Now, as per income tax return ITR records of Rhea Chakraborty, net worth rose in the last few years from 10 lakhs to 12 lakhs and then 14 lakhs. Despite a limited, modest net worth, Rhea bought two properties in Mumbai. The family owns two flats, one which is in the name of the actress herself, and another one which was bought by her father. One of the property is in Khar, and trust me, Khar is besides Bandra. It's a super expensive place. Okay, one of the property is in Khar by Shivalik Shivalik Builders, which was bought for 85 lakhs. That's almost a crore. This flat was booked in Ria's name, while her mother Sandhya is the joint nominee. The actress has got a home loan for rupees 60 lakhs in her name for this property, which, while the rest of the money has already been given by her as the down payment amount through her bank account. The second property, which is registered, one minute. The second property, which is registered in Ria's father's name. Now, very interesting. Just keep your ears open. The second property, which is registered in Ria's name, was bought for 60 lakhs from the Paradise Group builder. The possession was given in 2016 and it measures around 1130, so like 1200 square feet. It's quite nice. The flat is situated in Ulve, Raigad district. I repeat, the flat is situated in Ulve, Raigad district. Do you know why I'm emphasizing on Raigad? Anybody?
not really.
Raigad, the farmhouse, Raigad district. Come on.
Sorry, what was the question, Freeze?
The
I didn't
position
know.
of this flat was given in 2016. It's around 1200 square feet. The flat is situated in Ulve, Raigad district.
Neral, Raigar.
Raigad, Ulve, not Neral. Ulve district, Ulve, Raigad district. Interestingly, SSR's company Vivid Range Realty, which has both Ria and Shovik as directors, is also registered in the same address.
Okay.
This company was
Wow.
registered a few months just before the lockdown, and it is still not clear who paid for this property. Okay, two
I want
companies
to
of Sushant.
just one thing, Freeze, I want to add here. I was talking to somebody, and it was about the kind of money Rhea made, and when I mentioned to them that it's unbelievable how she managed to make all this property and get this money, they said a lot of times these actors do a lot of endorsements and they earn a lot of money. But having actually worked on the brand side, I would like to share with people that we are not talking about the big actors who actually earn a lot of money for endorsements. People like her don't even get close to 50-60K for a particular ad film, or max a lakh of rupees, which is not good enough, because in Bombay लोगों को पूरी जिंदगी निकल जाती है घर बनाने में. तो
Okay, चलो
let's
let's
not
imagine
forget that.
जलेबी में कितना मिल रहेगा इसको?
50 लाख
मतलब
मे बी.
if I was a producer मैं उसको 5 लाख भी ना दूं, but ठीक है 5-6 मिला होगा. मैं उसको
50
लूं
बहुत
ही ना,
बोल रहा है यार,
वो अलग
क्या
बात
बात
है.
कर रहे हो?
50 वही मैं
Half of
बहुत
CR.
ज्यादा बोल रहा हूँ. मैं बहुत ज्यादा
हाँ.
बोल रहा हूँ.
नहीं मैं
50.
50,000 की बात कर रही हूँ. जब ये ब्रांड एंडोर्समेंट्स करते हैं,
No, I'm
I'm
talking
not
about
kidding.
movie, right? तो ये जो
Yeah,
बड़े
for
बड़े
movie you're
स्टार्स,
right. But
हाँ,
Varun,
इसको मिला
someone
होगा 10
actually
लाख
told
मिला होगा
me
यार.
that ये काफी shows करते हैं brand endorsements, हमें पता नहीं होता. But let me
हाँ.
tell you, I know very well. मैंने काफी ऐसे contracts sign किए हैं खुद से, और मुझे पता है कि इस small time इस तरीके के actors को 50,000 60,000 maximum 1 लाख रुपए मिलता है. उससे ज्यादा कुछ मिलता भी नहीं है. तो it's not any money that's coming from anywhere else. Let's make
Yeah.
that very clear.
Yeah, because see, I don't know, guys, about Bollywood. I'm more of a even when it comes to music, I'm more of a Western music guy. But I didn't know her yet before 14 June, or even some couple of times after that, couple of weeks after that. मेरे को तो पता भी नहीं कौन थी ये. I don't
Nobody
know.
knew her till she actually went out to wish SSR for his birthday. And it was then I still remember that day very clearly. I was like, what happened to this guy? I didn't know him very well. I had not followed him too much. But I was like, he's doing fairly okay. Why does he have to be with someone like this? It would have never, I would have never felt that way if it was anybody else. But this lady, yes, I surely felt कि मतलब कितना lack in life हो गया है that you have to be with someone of this standard that nobody knows about. So she was
Okay.
self-proclaimed girlfriend for sure.
And then don't forget that, we have seen lot of chats. If there was any chat where he would have said like anything like I love you, anything, I'm sure she would have shared that, right? Because she already shared the gratitude list. So why didn't she share something where it says that?
We are
We
going to
never
come
saw
to that
any.
someday. The gratitude handwriting is not his. Yeah, it's
No,
there are
and
too
Freeze,
many.
one more thing. What kind of girlfriend is always with a boyfriend when the boyfriend is high or drunk? Like, I don't understand this relationship. Why are they never normal? Why are there no videos of, like them having a good time together? Why is he always like in some other mode? That's my question.
I want to ask Varun. Varun, have you ever made a gratitude for your in-laws?
Have I made a what?
A gratitude
Gratitude.
note or a letter have you given to your in-laws ever?
क्यों मेरे को publicly live पे कर रहे हो यार?
No,
क्या?
because I've never heard that. This I'm saying it's a planned thing. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Huh? This is the planned thing. That's what I'm not
No,
trying to think.
yeah, but Freeze also, Freeze, remember, she already was planning, right? She was already making videos for keeping as proof, which
Yeah.
means even that gratitude list, she has made him do it for proof. Like she would have told that, you don't appreciate my parents, कितना कितना प्यार करते हो मेरे parents से, इतना सब कुछ कर रहे हैं तुम्हारे लिए, ऐसा कुछ तो बोली होगी, that he is like okay and then written something. अगर वो सच में लिखा होगा तो.
Hemaji, you have a point here because, Sushant's mom passed away and
Right.
father was for a bit into what he wanted to do, which was meditation, etc. And he was away, I guess. I'm not very sure about it. And this lady, she tried to take such good advantage of it. And everywhere in interviews, she would say, he was so attached because he saw that kind of family and he got that feeling of family with us around. But yeah, I mean, with the kind of things they were feeding him, obviously anyone would have a feeling of family. I mean, I'm 100% sure about it. So she's exploited him across everything that she could. She's exploited.
This
Right.
is classic trapping. This is classic trapping, and all these gratitude note and those videos are nothing but escape plans. These are getaway escape plans, guys.
And
I'll continue.
and most of the time you can still be estranged with your father, or you can still not have that close relationship with your father, but you still love your father. That thing doesn't go away. It's just that she exploited that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll continue. Varun?
Yeah. So I just want to clarify one point. शर्मिला जी ने 3 करोड़ लिखा था. 3 करोड़ हो नहीं सकते. Reason being, this particular entire movie that was made, Jalebi, this was made at a price of अभी मैंने लिखा था टोटल कॉस्ट ही इसकी
3
बताता
CR
हूँ.
to her. Was that a first movie or second movie? Really?
Give me 1 second. I actually have it. हाँ 8 करोड़. 8 करोड़ में ये मूवी बनी है टोटल. So अगर मूवी 8 करोड़ बनी है तो ऑब्वियसली रिया को 3 करोड़ तो नहीं मिल सकते. मे बी आई वुड से 30 लाख जरूर मैं सोच सकता हूँ बिकॉज इट वॉज महेश भट्ट एंड यू नो his production house. So maybe they would have given him 30 lakh.
I don't think Mahesh Bhatt was paying a lot for any of the newcomers. That's why he used to take all newcomers.
I mean, yeah, whatever. Special cases में special exceptions, right?
No, वो तो वैसे भी दूसरी तरह से मिलेगा ना उसको पैसा.
All right.
She doesn't need it in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So now coming to the other important point, that the ED wasn't satisfied, and during the interrogation, the ED also came across when they summoned Jayasa a transaction. So when the ED asked Kwan employee Jayasaha about a rupees 10 crore payment, she revealed it was towards an endorsement. Now, this claim is weird because as per Bollywood standard practices, any deal fetches 10 to 15% commission to any firm or an individual. If Sushant has paid rupees 10 crore as a commission, it means he should have gross earnings of rupees 100 crores or more a year. However, Sushant's per annum earnings has never been 100 crores. Therefore, a question arises for what purpose rupees 10 crore was paid to Kwan or Cornerstone, and who paid it. I think the who paid it is also a huge a point here. I mean, will he pay? Why will he pay that much?
Yeah.
How was it taken out? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, of course, during the same interrogation, when Jaya was summoned, cropped up in 2019 WhatsApp messages with Rhea, the text informed us about mixing 4 to 3 drops of substances, which was supposedly told to us was CBD oil, in somebody's drink, that is Sushant's drink, and he'll get the kick after 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Kwon has been under the narcotics, that is the NCB scanner, for its alleged drug supply chain running through its talent managers Karishma Prakash, Shruti Modi, and designer Simone Khambata also. Earlier, has anybody come across this? Earlier, Congress leader Sanjay Nirupam, the same Sanjay Nirupam, had demanded a ban on Kwan for its alleged links to the drug syndicate. He claimed Kwan was the most powerful firm in Bollywood, which charges 15% commission for each job. Did anybody know about this?
I didn't.
No.
I didn't.
So then, are we surprised that there were people sitting with him before he
Yes.
passed?
Yes.
We do.
Can you flash this, what I'm showing? And this is his own tweet. And even Republic covered it.
Give me 1 second. It is loading.
No, by the time you find that, there was some case on some Kwan. Was it PRs or someone that there was a Me Too or some allegations like
The
that,
boss.
right?
The boss.
So, shouldn't he come forward and share the reasons for his statement? Like, I'm sure he's not talking without proof, right, Mr. Nirupam?
He has tweeted himself. It's his own tweet.
So, about time he can make the proofs public.
So is this the same that's also related to some Me Too allegations of the Kwan?
And there is so much
Yes.
Right?
gunk in this, all this, I swear.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, one of the founder, he had to leave the firm after the Me Too allegations. Correct. I had heard that. I thought that was the same guy in the picture there.
Yeah. All right, carry on. Yeah, please. I'm going to add few people as well in the next 2 minutes. So please go ahead.
Okay. Where was I? About earlier. Okay. Sanjay Nirupam. Now, there's also a friend of Sushant. His name is Yuvraj Singh.
Yeah,
Sushant's,
from the Punjab production house, right?
yes. Sushant's actor friend Yuvraj Singh, who also is acquainted to Kwan CEO Dhruv Chidgopikar for a decade, alleged that most A-listed Bollywood stars associated with the firm are into drugs. And he said this on even Republic. He also said Jaya Shah is the only agent for the top big names with, who's that, Karishma Prakash, somebody?
Karishma Prakash, yeah.
Karishma Prakash. So these
Deepika
two are the
Padukone is
main.
the, yeah.
Yeah. And then come the lower ones, okay, from the Shrutis and blah, 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 blah. Kwan also had been in the news for wrong reasons some time back. Its former co-founder Anirban Blah was accused of rape and molestation, following which he was asked to step aside. Now, sometime in 2020, uh, it seems the Shruti got herself injured or fractured her leg or something. And in the absence of Shruti Modi, comes in Disha Salian for managing Sushant on
Right.
behalf of Cornerstone and Kwan. Any one of the two, or they are same only. What the hell?
Now, there's one more question here. Did she actually fracture her leg, or was she asked to go? And did Sushant request for someone else? Now, if we could get that answer, also could be a lot.
Yeah, because she's clearly in her statement to the ED said that she was actually following the orders of Rhea and everybody. Let me drugs, even the finances was taken care by her, everything.
Exactly. So, what did Sushant ask her to go? Like he was trying to change a lot of things around him, including bank
I
account, nominee, etc.
I don't think so, because this was in March, right? When Disha came in. So probably something had happened to her, like I think.
See,
Exactly.
Hemaji, if you see
Because see, the reason
chronologically,
why I'm saying is it makes up because see, Shruti Modi was very much into the group, in their group. Disha wasn't, right? So something should have happened to her in order for them to get Disha in. Otherwise, they wouldn't get Disha in, because that is where the mistake happened. Because Disha came in, and that's when everything went, you know, differently.
Yes,
I
I
think it
think she spotted everything that was going wrong.
exactly. That is why the other day I was mentioning that Disha would have seen some, because she's linked with Cornerstone Quan, she would have seen something in the financial, because she would have the she's the only one who could know a little bit on the financial side if anything was going to Ria, and she would have alerted something to Sushant. Not in a way like, I don't think she personally knew Ria or Sushant very well, but she could have always told, "Hey, Sushant, I am seeing this thing going to Ria. So is Ria working for Kwan?" Something she would have mentioned. That is why he got very, started getting strict with his money in May. So who, like, how would he, why would he become? Because he was not really, like, he was kept away from his sisters and everything. So there was not many people to advise him on all those things. So Disha is the only one who could have told him something that would have, being very smart guy, it would have clicked for him.
So my
That
sense,
my money is
just being
going.
right. No, so you have a very valid point, Hemaji, just being the devil's advocate here. Because he does mention and refrain from calling her his girlfriend in January. And the subsequent events that happen from January through till June, my sense is there is a fair possibility that he could have as well, stated that I need a change. But yes, I mean, your point stands very, very valid as well.
See, because if Disha didn't come and Shruti Modi would have been there, everything would have gone smooth for them. There wouldn't have been any, like, bumps in their plan.
See, around that time, he brings in, or I don't know how, this guy called Zaveri, what? Kushal Zaveri.
Kushal Zaveri, yeah.
He comes in, and even he joins into NSI Ventures. And wasn't he the same guy who was standing outside and texting Dipesh ki bhai sahi hai na, or something like that? Barabar?
Right. And I think he knows a lot about what Sushant may have been going through in those last days, or what he was scared of, or what was going on. And I am hoping that he would have helped CBI with that. Same with Mahesh Shetty.
Exactly. I mean,
these are the only two people who knew something.
But the thing is, these guys never spoke anything.
Yeah, but if they are speaking to agencies, I guess good enough.
Okay. Freeze, there are a few people who are waiting. Can I just...
Okay, please.
Take them?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Sachin. Hey, Amit. Sachin, please go ahead. आप बहुत देर से wait कर रहे हैं. Please go ahead.
They were waiting. You should have taken them.
Yeah. I totally, didn't realize till the time he pinged in the private chat, and then I thought, let's finish the thought. Sachin, are you around? Okay, looks like Sachin is not around. All right, Amit, please go ahead.
Yeah, Varun ji, namaskar. Please bhai, namaskar. Sachin bhai, namaskar. Everybody, namaskar.
Namaste.
Today is 14th. Let me remind you, ये जो आप कर रहे हैं उसके अलग से मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ इस वक्त। आज 14 तारीख है और 14 तारीख मतलब वही दिन होता है जो काला दिन होता है फॉर एवरी SSR, राइट। एक और चीज आपके दिमाग में या आपके नॉलेज में लाना चाहूंगा इस वक्त। आपको जैसे पता होगा कि CBI की जो डायरेक्टर है वो इंटीरियम डायरेक्टर है, ही इज नॉट द ओरिजिनल डायरेक्टर। अभी ओरिजिनल डायरेक्टर आना बाकी है, क्योंकि फरवरी के मंथ में इस डायरेक्टर की एक अपॉइंट होने वाले थे, तो बीच में इलेक्शन आने के कारण सारे जो सर्वदलीय बैठक होता है वहां पे बहुत सारे लोग एब्सेंट थे, इसके वजह से डायरेक्टर की अभी तक फॉर्मेशन नहीं हो पाई है। मतलब this case is again going to linger, and sad part is that nobody is bothered about what is going in the social media. That is the saddest part. इतनी बड़ी भयंकर वरुण भाई द फादर प्लेटफॉर्म ने किया है, उसके बाद भी अगर प्रशासन नहीं हिली तो मैं तो कहूंगा कि बहुत ज्यादा एक खतरनाक वाली चीज है। 12 महीने लाखों सैकड़ों वीडियो बनेंगे, लेकिन आपको क्या मिला? रिजल्ट मिला जीरो, कुछ भी नहीं हो पाया। आप लोगों ने जिस तरीके से इन्वेस्टिगेशन की है ये तो CBI को करना चाहिए। अगर CBI ने कर भी दी होगी तो पब्लिक के सामने आना चाहिए। यहाँ पे क्या सिनेरियो आता है, CBI अभी तक डायरेक्टर कोई अपॉइंट नहीं कर पाए, तो केस कहां से सॉल्व होगा? केस के लिए हम माथापच्ची कर रहे हैं, केस कहां से सॉल्व होगा? केस तो तभी सॉल्व होगा ना कोई प्रधान ऊपर में आकर गाइड करेगा। मतलब अब जो नया बनेगा CBI का डायरेक्टर, वो फिर से नया टीम बनाएगा, फिर से इन्वेस्टिगेशन होगी, फिर से वही पोस्टमार्टम होगी। मतलब क्या हो रहा है?
नहीं,
What is happening?
Yeah, no, I think just to add, right, as much as I know, and I'll let others also chime in, ऐसा नहीं होगा कि सब कुछ दोबारा से होगा. And hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. If I remember it correctly, May 24th को they will definitely decide. So इसी महीने में in another 10 days we should have a new director. But director is a post who is gonna be the senior or the head of the team, right? जो टीम काम कर रही है, obviously उसके ऊपर impact नहीं होना चाहिए, is my understanding.
पर वरुण भाई, आई वांट टू इंटरजेक्ट इन दिस पॉइंट. मैं आपको बीच में रोकूंगा विद ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट टू यू. देखिए, ऐसा होता है कि हमारे देश में जो हायरकी है, हायरकी के ऊपर से कोई भी नहीं जा सकता है. अगर कोई टीम काम भी कर रही होगी तो हायरकी को इन्फॉर्म करना पड़ेगा. हायरकी के अप्रूवल के बाद ही कुछ ना कुछ हो पाएगा. जैसे एनसीबी के जो एक्शन से आपको पता लगा कि उन्होंने 12,000 पन्नों की चार्जशीट दाखिल कर दी, क्योंकि हायरकी था वहां पर, अभी भी एक्टिव है, जो कि इस प्लेटफॉर्म में आके बोल के गए हैं. पर सीबीआई की तरफ से ऐसे कोई हायरकी दिख ही नहीं रहा है. दैट वाज माय एंजाइटी टू स्पीक दिस. आई एम नथिंग अगेंस्ट द एजेंसीज, बिकॉज विदाउट एजेंसीज वी कैन नॉट सॉल्व द केसेस. बट 24 तारीख को अपॉइंट होगी, मुझे पता है, लेकिन उसके बाद क्या होगा? विल देयर बी अ कॉन्क्रीट आंसर टू ईच क्वेश्चंस, और इट विल बी अगेन अ ईयर? दिस वाज माय कंसर्न, because you guys have done a fantastic job, where I think all persons should get a standing ovation from my side, because आपने जिस तरीके से इन्वेस्टिगेट की एक एक पॉइंट को, फ्रेम वाइज फ्रेम, जब फिल्म बनती है फ्रेम वाइज फ्रेम, कट टू कट फ्रेम आपने बातें की है, जो कि फुल्ली वैलिड है, देयर इज नो डाउट अबाउट इट. बट स्टिल वी हैव टू प्रूफ इन द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉज. इसीलिए डायरेक्टर को होना बहुत जरूरी है. दैट इज व्हाई माय कंसर्न वाज. और जो इतनी जो अब तो लगभग ये थर्ड वर्जन बन रहा है, फर्स्ट सेकंड और थर्ड वर्जन बन रहा है ये सारा बॉलीवुड का जो गंदगी है SSR 13-14 को रिलेटेड. तो इसमें इतने बड़े बड़े चीज सामने आ रहे हैं, उसके बाद भी अगर प्रशासन नहीं हिली तो इट्स वेरी शॉकिंग. इट्स वेरी शॉकिंग. There should be a statement from at least from anybody. सामने मत आओ, एक प्रेस भी मत करो, लेकिन एक ट्वीट, अच्छा ट्वीट तो आप हो नहीं, अच्छा आप एक अपने पोर्टल पे कुछ लिख के दो, वी आर ऑन द वे ऑफ फाइंडिंग. दिस वाज माय कंसर्न, और कुछ नहीं.
अमित जी, एक बात बोलूं, आई कॉन्कर विथ व्हाट यू आर सेइंग, एंड आई थिंक सीबीआई से क्वेश्चन करना इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एट दिस पॉइंट. आई थिंक फ्रीज एंड हेमा जी, वरुण ऑल वुड अग्री विथ मी. बट मेरे लिए अगर इस केस का कोई डायरेक्टर है, देन दैट इज अमित शाह जी, मोटा भाई, because he was the one who gave go ahead to this case. So how about just asking him on his Twitter? How about all of us just going there and questioning and requesting him that we need an update, and we don't care कोई director आता है जाता है, हर company में CEO आते हैं जाते हैं, टीम काम कर रही है, इन्फॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है. आपने बोला था कि ये जाकर केस सॉल्व करेगी, तो अब 1 साल होने जा रहा है, प्लीज हमें बताइए आप कहाँ हैं. एंड आई थिंक मोटा भाई वुड गिव इट अ फेयर chance and reply to us. I have hopes.
Yes, we can go ahead. I think we should decide, and we should also think of this also, because अभी 14 के बाद से तो ये एक्शन होना ही चाहिए. बिकॉज और क्या चाहिए आपके पास, और क्या सबूत चाहिए आपके पास? एवरीथिंग इज क्रिस्टल क्लियर लाइक वाटर. और क्या चाहिए आपके पास? देयर इज नथिंग टू प्रूव. देयर इज ओनली वन थिंग, वी नीड एन आंसर, दैट्स व्हाट.
अमित जी, ये तो हमने सिर्फ आधा ही दिखाया है, और भी कितना वो स्टीव पिंटो का ये वो सब कुछ है.
आधा से ही 100 मिल गया है. अगर 100 दिखाओगे तो घमासान मच जाएगा भाई. मैं तो यही कहना
हाँ, अमित जी 100 तो बोल ही नहीं सकते ना यहाँ पे, तो 100 बोल दिया तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी.
बहुत भयंकर प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. इसलिए मेरा 50% इज मोर देन इनफ. 100 तो छोड़ ही दीजिए आप, 50%.
We all understand what you're saying, because हमारे मन में भी, मैं भी ऐसे बोलती हूँ कि हाँ सीबीआई कर रही होगी, बट मेरे दिमाग में भी पीछे चल रहा होता है कि क्या कर रही होगी, लाइक कब तक हम क्वेश्चन नहीं करेंगे, कब तक वेट करेंगे करके.
I will say कि मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ कि गुस्सा बहुत मेरे को भी है, काफी गुस्सा है, लेकिन अभी तक काफी जन को लाइक एवरी टाइम मैं हर एक ये केस के सब्जेक्ट में घुस रहा हूँ. जैसा एक ड्रग का कर दिया हमने, एक मीडिया का कर दिया, एक पुलिस का वॉचअप किया, अभी हमको फिर भी डॉक्टर का भी हमने किया थोड़ी देर. ये जैसे जैसे हम आगे आ रहे, हम वी आर शोइंग टू द वर्ल्ड के हाउ दिस केस एंड व्हाट हैज हैपेंड टू दिस गाय. and that is what we will. I've been again repeating, अगर सही तरीके बोलते ना, घी सीधी उंगली से नहीं तो टेढ़ी करना है, वो टेढ़ी लास्ट टू लास्ट एक ही है, रास्ते पे जब भी निकले, लेकिन उसके निकलने के पहले हमारे पास सॉलिड पूरे दुनिया को दिखा के खत्म करना है हमको. एंड देन हम हर एक कल के तारीख में हम कब कुछ भी बोलेंगे अगर हमको कि अरे वो ईडी का ये बाकी है, करके दिखा दिया ना सर, क्या बात कर रहे हैं, ये करना है, अरे करके दिखा दिया ना, क्या बात कर रहे हैं, सब है हमारे पास. आपके पास तो और ज्यादा होना चाहिए. वो तो ईडी तो बैंक भी गया रहेगा, बैंक से उसका क्या क्या नहीं निकाला रहेगा, हमारे पास तो है नहीं. हम तो ये ऐसी जो आया वो दिखा रहे. अभी ये 80% है, 70% है, कितना और उनके पास है हमको पता भी नहीं. which will जो जान के और हमारा ब्लड बॉयल होएगा, बराबर. सो वो तक आने तक हमारा फर्ज बनता है, एंड इट्स अ जॉब टू untangle this mystery by itself also. And with this today's, I want to say that this guy was honey trap. That's what I want to say, and that's what it makes sense to me. बोलिए आप लोग.
Hello.
Yes,
That woman was planted and this guy was trapped. This is a classic trapping.
honey trapping. Yeah.
I agree to freeze my.
Yes. Go ahead, Shilpa ji. Please bole aap.
Okay. Good morning, Varun. For
Good
me, it is morning. I don't know that what is the time.
11:30 रात के बज गए.
Oh, sorry.
मेरा
नहीं,
तो 1:30 हो रहा है.
I know आपका तो 1:30
Oh,
है.
I salute you guys. Okay. अच्छा, वरुण जी, मुझे एक पॉइंट रेज करना है. बाकी केसेस में सीबीआई डायरेक्टर नहीं लगता है, चीफ. सिर्फ सुशांत के केस में उनको डायरेक्टर चाहिए पेपर साइन करने के लिए. For every cases there are different directors.
Nope.
We should raise this point because 8 months के पहले उन्होंने बोला था कि सब तैयार है, पेपर सिग्नेचर के लिए गए हुए हैं. This is totally told on Republic. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Please go ahead. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So this was open on Republic. और अर्नब ऐसे वैसे नहीं बोलेंगे जब तक उनको अंदर से कुछ खबर नहीं मिलती. Do you agree, sir?
मैं समझने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. So basically आप कह रही हैं अर्नब नहीं बोलते अगर उनको नहीं पता होता केस के बारे में, आप ये कह रही हैं?
नहीं, फ्रीज भाई, I hope he did. फ्रीज भाई understood.
I will only say, मैम, के जब तक सीबीआई आती नहीं है बाहर, हमको तो इस पे लगना ही है. या तो एक दिन दिमाग सर खोपड़ी खसक जाएगा और फिर रास्ते पे उतरना पड़ेगा. लेकिन तब तक
वो तो है, वो तो करना ही है, वो तो करना ही है सर. वो तो बिकॉज we can't just keep hand on hands. बिकॉज क्या होता है ना, ये हम लोग को उल्लू बनाने का कोशिश में चले हैं. कभी खालिस्तानी का प्रोटेस्ट.
मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ मैम कि ये जैसे मैं तो म्यूजिक फील्ड से हूँ, लेकिन अभी जैसे घुस रहे इसके अंदर काफी चीज मुझे भी खुल के क्लियर दिख रही है. ऑन दैट बेसिस मैं बोल सक रहा हूँ, बराबर, कि ये ट्रैपिंग है. सो ऐसे और बहुत सारे ये चैप्टर्स है, ये पूरे सीन के, ये जो 1.5-2 साल का जो सेटअप था ना, ये हर एक चीज चैप्टर हमको खोल के क्लियर करके फिर हमको उतरना है.
that is true. No, that is true. But my point is कि इन लोग बोल रहे कि सीबीआई का डायरेक्टर उनका रिटायरमेंट का हो गया है, इसके लिए केस आगे ढकल रहे हैं, ये है वो है, and whereas this was told on Republic that since the director, the papers are already gone to the director, it is just pending for the to sign for the 302 case. This was told on Republic. Okay. And now they have said that the directors are yet to be appointed, that it is lingering on. But whereas other cases, जैसा हाथरस का केस, ये केस, वो केस, कितने इसमें सीबीआई है, सब में रिजल्ट लग गई है सर. तो उसमें डायरेक्टर नहीं लगता साइन करने के लिए.
मैंने तो आपने जैसा ये पॉइंट बोला, मैंने इधर नोटपैड पे लिख लिया कि कल आके अगर आपको फालतू के लिए रीजन दिए ना, तो हम बोल सकते हैं बाकी सब केस में तो आपने बराबर करा है. सो सुपर पॉइंट मैडम, सुपर पॉइंट.
Please.
Thank you, sir.
Which month did the father and OP Singh write to Parambir Singh? Which month was that?
February.
February,
February.
right? I am telling you, this guy knew from January onwards. Since his birthday onwards, he went home, he was aware. These guys knew what was going on in 2020. आप लिंक देख रहे हो? He's clearly saying she's not my girlfriend. He knows. He's a smart guy.
He's a smart guy. I think that's where he was unraveling some stuff, and probably in the due course of that, he came across a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. And that's why I have a feeling that he asked for Disha. He or someone else. I mean, Disha just happened to be the person who replaced Shruti Modi. I have a feeling. This is what I based it on. I mean, Hema ji has a very valid
Disha's
point.
parents were offered 3 crores. One more point. Disha's parents were offered 3 crores rupees. Okay. Hello?
I just want to be mindful, you know, जो चीज अभी validated नहीं है, I don't know, ये statements मैं भी पढ़ रहा था, देख रहा था, you know, कुछ लोगों ने Twitter पे भी शुरू किया था. I don't want to just base it out of somebody's Twitter comments.
अरे शिल्पा जी बोल रहे, आप बोल रहे? ओके, मैंने अभी रियलाइज किया. शिल्पा जी कैसे ऐसे बिलीव कर सकते हैं हम, मैम? आप सोचो ना, कैसा कैसे चीज आया है ट्विटर पे, कैसे कैसे
नहीं, I'm not telling to believe.
एक मिनट, इसलिए आप ध्यान करेंगे कि मैं जब भी पढ़ रहा भी था, ये सारे के सारे जो ऑलरेडी मीडिया में प्रिंट में है, मैं वहीं से पढ़ रहा हूँ. मैं ट्विटर से किधर कुछ नहीं पढ़ रहा हूँ, यू नो, बिकॉज फिर उसका वैलिडेट कैसे करेंगे हम लोग? हम नहीं कर सकेंगे ना.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. And I seriously, just to add to Free's point, right? मैं आपको नहीं कह रहा शिल्पा जी. I mean, I'm speaking कि ऐसी बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन सुशांत से रिलेटेड, दिशा से रिलेटेड, फैमिली से रिलेटेड बहुत सारी चीजें आती हैं सोशल मीडिया पे. सोशल मीडिया को हम हर चीज को वो नहीं कर सकते, राइट, कि जो आ रहा है वो सच है. सो प्लीज बी वेरी वेरी माइंडफुल. आई डोंट थिंक कि पैसों का इन्वॉल्वमेंट था. एट द सेम टाइम आई विल स्टिल से, looking at the body language, looking at the way the mom and dad ने interview दिया, there is something fishy. I will definitely say that based on my assumption and my you know वो body language बता रही कि वहाँ कुछ गड़बड़ है.
दोनों जगह का सीसीटीवी गुल है, दोनों जगह का वॉचमैन गुल है, सब गुल है वहाँ के आजू बाजू के. डर नहीं है तो क्या रहेगा फिर? वो डर ही तो है उनके शक्ल पे, और क्या है?
क्योंकि पैसा का लेके ना हम विल बी डिसरिस्पेक्टिंग दिशा. इसलिए मैं प्लीज आई रियली वांट टू बी माइंडफुल, यू नो, दैट पुअर गर्ल.
Okay.
Let's not use that.
Apologize.
Yeah, please.
Okay, fine. Sir, this is now my general comments. My general comment. If at generally sir, कोई किसी की बेटी मतलब you know किसी का murder होता है, या it's not a suicide. Either she has been killed or whatever it is. जब भी वो उनकी बेटी वो लोग लूज करते हैं, तो माँ बाप आगे आते हैं या नहीं आते सर?
हम ना we're going couple of steps back. शिल्पा जी, I mean, हम इनके बारे में, इन चीजों के बारे में ना बात कर चुके हैं, पर मैं फिर भी बहुत छोटा सा आंसर इसका. दो चीजें हैं. पहली होती है, अगर तो केस चल रहा है उस टाइम पे, यू नो, एंड अगेन आई विल कोट एन एग्जांपल. राबिया जी के केस में शायद यही हुआ कि उन्होंने बहुत ज्यादा इनिशियली ही आके बहुत बोलना शुरू कर दिया था, जिस वजह से भी उनका शायद केस थोड़ा इम्पैक्ट हुआ. तो गोइंग बाय दैट हिस्ट्री, केस जब चल रहा होता है तो बोला जाता है फ्रॉम एडवोकेट, इवन फ्रॉम द जज, कि अब ये केस क्योंकि कोर्ट में चल रहा है, you are not supposed to say anything about the person who's gone or anything related to any suspects. Otherwise, you know, some action will be taken. That is against the case. अगर केस नहीं चल रहा, अगर केस क्लोज हो चुका है, there is no investigation happening, then the second thing is parents sometimes want to be very mindful of their own family, their relatives, कि हमने कुछ ऐसा बोला और कुछ किया. कई बार जैसे हमने बोला थ्रेट की बात करते हैं हम लोग, तो थ्रेट के चक्कर में भी हो सकता है. मेरा पर्सनल यू नो बिलीफ, माय पर्सनल सस्पिशन इज यस, दे आर अंडर सम काइंड ऑफ थ्रेट, जिस वजह से वो नहीं कर रहे. बट the
No,
moment they come out.
okay, I agree. Threat is okay. Threat is also there. उसकी डैडी इतना मतलब तुरंत आके उन्होंने 1 महीने में उन्होंने पुलिस कंप्लेंट की कि पब्लिक मतलब ब्लेम डाल रही है, ये डाल रहे हैं, वो डाल रहे हैं. He should either keep quiet if he's in on threat. He should keep quiet, like how Sushant's daddy has. He has not gone against the public because they know that we are fighting for his son. Did you get my point?
शिल्पा जी, can I say something? शिल्पा जी,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
अगर वो उनके पेरेंट्स को थ्रेटन कर रहे होंगे because Disha has a brother, this is what I have heard, that see how easily they eliminated Disha. It is not very tough for them to do that to anybody else. So if they threaten something कि आपका एक और बेटा भी नहीं रहेगा, then they will do anything that these people are telling them to do. So उस pressure में they would have gone and put that complaint on the public. So we should just understand that in that way, and just we are always going to be respectful when it comes to Disha's case, and we'll talk responsibly, but we are not going to just let it go just because parents are not doing this, because we can understand how much pressure it might be there.
Madam, I can understand, but what is
family तो है अभी क्या है ये सब, हम लोग फैमिली तो है,
वही है, वो डरे,
हम बोल रहे छोड़ेंगे नहीं.
राइट, वो डरे हुए हैं, उनका एक और बच्चा भी है ना, एक बच्चा तो चला गया तो एक और को थोड़ी खोने वाले हैं, सो वो भी खोना नहीं चाहते, राइट? तो बहुत ये
खोना नहीं. मैडम, I agree, but Sushant's case is linked to Disha, so now Sushant is also having a sister. He's having 3 sisters, so if they have been threatened, and whereas they have even said that we have given a written complaint on WhatsApp, I mean request saying that his life is under threat. After giving so much, they have they have been fighting on. They are supporting us.
Right, but so imagine at least Sushant ke family mein there is like all there are people in OP Singh hai jo ki actually officer hai, right? So they are पुलिस पीपल है यहाँ पे, लॉयर्स है उसके फैमिली में, पॉलिटिशियंस है, उसके बावजूद भी उनको टफ लग रहा है इसको फाइट करने में. तो इमेजिन अ मिडिल क्लास फैमिली लाइक दिशा's family, like if it was my family, I think for my own brother's sake, if I was gone for my own brother's sake, probably my parents would have done that too.
I just want to add here, Hema ji, Meetudi is the sister who's in Bombay, right, Varun?
Yes.
If I'm correct, her father-in-law is a known political figure. I could be wrong. And again, this is not validated. So this is just information that I'm sharing. I think she had been attacked too. But as Hema ji said, they come from a fairly influential family. The father-in-law did tweet. I believe the tweet was taken off later after the attack happened on her. And this was in the newspapers, articles, and there was information around it. I think what has helped them go ahead is the kind of background they have and the kind of support system. I don't think everyone can have a similar background and can go ahead and fight a battle. So it would be best to leave the parents of Disha aside on this one.
Yeah. And actually, at this point of time, I would say not only Disha, right? Anybody who's lost his or her life, I think family ko privacy ka pura hak hai, and be it threat or not, really doesn't matter. Especially आज का दिन, जैसे कोई लिख रहा था, मैं अभी chat में भी देख रहा था, at least आज का दिन 14th, which is the 11th month for Sushant, at least किसी की भी family को हम question अभी नहीं करते. And then this question that somebody has put in is again a very valid point. Why did Sandeep Singh call BJP office 53 times on 14 June? So again, that's I'll have to look at I don't remember in the call record, but Sandeep Singh ke bhi shayad call record aaye the bahar. So if this is true, then
let him call 100 times, bro. But this time the central government should, and I think they're well aware, if they don't give justice, they are going to face the wrath. I'm saying the wrath of the people of the country, and they better know that. They are going to face the anger they've never ever seen in their life before. I can see
I agree,
from
sir.
different platforms to like how ma'am came, there is lot of anger or frustration abhi बढ़ रहा hai, especially because it's going to be 1 year anniversary. God damn it, you know, and they better do something in this 1 month, 30 days. If you remember what I had said again many months ago. Otherwise, we have to take that step, and that can be anything. Then it can be anything. Then this is not going to be that very typical कि सिर्फ सीबीआई के बाहर खड़े रह के सिर्फ चिल्ला रहे और रेलिंग डाल दिया. No, it's going to be very different. So if anybody is listening, please, I beg of you guys, at least come forward, CBI, and at least tell us that hello, hey, it's turned into a 302, and then you guys continue. But that again doesn't mean that you continue and go.
Done, freeze by.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Yes, I can't see. Leena ji, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just make my point and go because I have to go. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Regarding this Kwan, I think whatever is right now discussed, I was just watching before also. There is something totally big. It is related to China. This company has a lot related to China. China is attacking us from all fronts, and you can see in the form of coronavirus also. It's a kind of war, I would say, against the world. So we are also like main target of China, and this company has a lot to do with China. That's what I feel, and also our other enemy country, because they are all together. But the thing is that if you notice the working of Kwan, if you study the working of Kwan, it is targeting only a peculiar religion ke heroes or doing something about that. If I mistake not, this issue of Kangna and Ritik, you know, that emails and all that, whatever was in media, it was just मतलब 3,000 email कौन किसी को भेजता है in spite of being too much in love or whatever. So I think there was some third person without disclosing the identity was troubling these two, and they were mistaken, you know, each other. This is what I feel. I may be wrong, again I'm saying, because you cannot, you see, it's like it's a case now, because they are claiming that she troubled and she's saying that he troubled. Matlab wo unka career to like it's all at stake only, and nothing else is happening in the Khan family or Bhatts or Kapoors or anything. This is a peculiar people who are, you know, who may be having capacity to become a superstar, are being targeted purposely. You can study this because I'm not a you know, person who will go in deep, and but I noticed this peculiarly, and I think this was like as somebody pointed out, this was like not just 6 or 7 June, it was way before that, because something Sushant knew already, and he had already spoken to his you know, very close friend whom he trusted well, and it was said that he cried on his shoulders. So he knew a lot, and why he was not doing anything to Rhea is maybe he was blackmailed the way Disha's parents are blackmailed right now. Maybe he was blackmailed at that time that if you disclose something, then we will do something to your family, something to you, something, you know, to your close ones. So that is why he's saying that I am not allowing myself to say. You understand the meaning of that, and the way he was taken out from the parties, the way Mr. Khatri took him, the way, you know, that all this was going on for long, you know, long time. As somebody said, it like it was going on, they may be like trying to, you know, give him some incentive and telling him to keep quiet, and he was not ready. And then you can observe that Vaze was brought in on 6th June, if I mistake not. So this, whatever thing happened with Disha on 7th or 7th, 8th midnight or whatever. So why was Vaze brought in at on 6th? Because this was, I think, earlier they this something was going on, and again in Ritik case and Ritik and Kangna's case, Vaze was the inspector. Waze was dealing all these things. So it is a big connection with some other country, that is majorly China. And Kwan कोई और talent agency नहीं है, एक ही है. और why do you need talent agency? First of all, ये तो अभी के fads है, पहले तो नहीं होते थे ऐसा कुछ. Film used to be directly offered. Why do you need that?
Yay!
And Disha was trapped in all these things because these young people find lucrative careers, like well-paid jobs and all. And Disha must have noticed all these things when she was brought in as his manager. Maybe she noticed certain things. Maybe she noticed his accounts and where was his money going on. Maybe Disha pointed out to him earlier also. We don't know that. And then this all came up to this month of June. And since earlier there was a big lockdown, so it was a bit difficult to take action. Right from March end, it was like a total lockdown. So when the unlock happened, these people did the thing, but the things were going on since long. That's what I feel. And you can study this working of Kwan company. Say whom they are targeting, why. I mean, I don't think there is a sense in this Kangna and Ritik's case at all. Again, Ritik's wife Susan is into drugs. This is in public. And she was a girlfriend of, she was dating Arjun Rampal, who is again into drugs. You can find it in the media. So this is all connected to some particular country and against particular religion. If you can get the meaning, this is what I wanted to say. And this was going on since long. Sushant knew a lot. Sushant did not react because he was threatened. Otherwise, he was not a guy who would be afraid. And that's why he could, somebody saying, how did he fall for? He did not fall for Rhea. It was his, majburi कहते हैं ना, कि कुछ नहीं कर सक रहा था उस दिन, उस time, because I think there was something lot at stake. And he knew it and he sacrificed, his life for that. That is what I have a feeling. I may be wrong. This is my, overall study. If somebody can go deep into this Kwan company's, transaction, who's, which heroes or which heroines they were managing, then you will get to know the data. Nothing happens. You see, nothing happens to Kapoor's, Karan Johar's close friends, Khan's. Nothing happens to them. They can do a lot of affairs. They can kill people on the road. They can kill the Hirans. Nothing happens to them. But certain things happen to particular heroes or like stars. They are like, I would say they are being totally destroyed by certain people's like their careers, I would say. Because मुझे तो ये कंगना और ऋतिक के केस में कुछ मीनिंग ही नहीं लगता है. But they have stretched it so long. You can see, and that whole connection goes to Kwan. Again, Waze ka connection hai. So somebody has to go deep into this Kwan company and study. I just wanted to make this point. Maybe it may not make sense, but to me, it shows a lot, and a connection to China and Pakistan. Please, somebody study. I have to go. I'm sorry, Varun. I just wanted to make this point.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Leena ji जो बोली, या कंगना के केस में भी Sachin Waze only was running that. That is because वैसे भी Ritik also, he also was in drugs. We all know that, and he probably, Sachin Waze was helping Bollywood at that time, because the whole Bollywood was against Kangana at that time, trying to bring her down.
All right. I'm going to take, last few comments. I see Vinita as well. Vinita, please go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I had a couple of quick comments or observations. So first of all, freeze, bro. Kudos, really, because we don't then sound like a bunch of conspiracy theorists who are here to, kind of, I'm sorry to use the word, but bitch about a bunch of, folks, like we have nothing better to do in our lives, right? This is because we genuinely believe that something terrible has happened to a guy who had so much potential and had so much to give to the world, honestly. And that was literally snatched away. And if that can happen to him, it can happen to really anybody. And so that's why people like us are interested in this. And this kind of analysis gives that clear picture to the naysayers. So I'm glad that you guys are doing this. The second thing I wanted to kind of, I always wondered, right? Her family, what, I mean, they don't make sense to me. If I was dating some guy, I bring him home, he is whatever he's doing, like things are ordered in the house, I would be kicked out along with that guy. Like, it doesn't, the family doesn't make sense to me. She, okay, whatever she's, whoever she is, but the parents, they just don't make sense to me. How do they go along with this kind of um, mindset? It just bothers me a lot because no, every single person that I know in my life, and they're from different groups, different societies, rich, middle class, poor, every different kind of backgrounds. I have friends all over the world, not just Indians. um, None of them I know would have reacted that way, the way her parents did. Does anyone ever wonder? Just curious.
When you say reacted, what do you mean?
Meaning, यार घर पे कोई बीमार बैठा हुआ है, and what do? Just let him stew
They
away?
They had money flowing in.
Correct.
Yeah. And also, Vinita, even the father was doing something with drugs, everything. I mean, the whole family was into drugs.
It's just bizarre. I've never heard of any family like that before. Like, it's a very bizarre situation, to be very honest. And it's unfortunate that he got mingled with them. But I do not think that he knew about her uh, you know affiliations before, because otherwise he wouldn't have registered a company on her name. Like, the company name includes her name in it, like it's Realitics.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he was genuinely, I think he thought that
I
he
want
found
to
this.
add here. I want to add
Yeah,
here.
I think I agree with
He was
Vinita
high.
on
He
that
didn't
one.
know what he was doing. We just
No.
showed that 2 days ago.
Can I say
If you
this?
even if you look at the signature in the papers, the papers, we are not sure what's up with the signature. They're
No,
not
no,
looking
that
genuine.
part I get, but I'm talking about, I saw his interview on India Today with somebody, I can't remember his name. And when he was asked about the company, and also when he was asked about, his, who is he dating? Is he dating? The kind of typical questions every celebrity is asked, nothing different. But when he responded, he looked to me that he was genuinely, connected to this girl. To me, it sounded that way. He looked like he was moving on in his life in a direction he wanted to.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Whether he looked like or he was made to look like, I can't say much on that, because once again, I keep going back to the stories that we know in perspective of other people who have gone through this. The other point I want to make is Vivekanandji had once mentioned that this lady had literally arm twisted him into giving the IP and the app name, making it on her name. So I wouldn't be surprised if the companies were also under pressure, in her name and stuff like that. And of course, as Free said, he was high always. So it's a combination of a lot many things. I don't think he was in love with her at all.
Yeah. Can I add something? Actually, in
Yeah.
this point, I do agree a little bit with Vinita ji, just because, like we have already showed before, right? Like we are talking about today, is like he was really honey trapped, and in that case, you are actually trapping them with love. So I think he thought he was with her, and I don't think he realized anything completely until Disha came into picture and few things happened, and then he started. He from March, if you remember, Pitani had told that he started stopping the bipolar medicine. That is when things have started kicking in, when he has got a little bit of clarity, as was coming, and they were trying to probably put him down again. That's when he's got a little clarity. That's why by May he had got full clarity, because by May he was already trying to control his finances. He was doing a lot of stuff that, like that. And then that's why in June he ended that relationship. So
Yeah,
it's
I
yeah,
think initially he was given the impression that he's fine. I think that's what he was thinking, is probably, okay, somebody gets me finally. Like, I
right,
always struggle, nobody gets me, and somebody finally comes into my life who actually gets me for who
right.
I am. And
That is
that's why I think
how the honey
he
trap
fell for
happens,
her.
right?
And that's honey trap, exactly. Like he was manipulated into a corner in his head. I think so, at least.
And
That's
if you
why he
remember,
formed those companies with her.
yeah, and if you remember in her interview, what did she say? I mean, she has very good manipulative lines. One of the lines she said was, मैं हमेशा बोलती थी कि मुझे एक छोटा सुशांत चाहिए. See that manipulative means
Yeah,
कौन सा
right.
लड़का है
And if
जिसको तुम
somebody
ये
asked her,
बोलोगे तो
"Who is
उसको
he for
अच्छा नहीं
you?"
लगेगा.
She
Because
never accepted that she was dating him. Never once did she accept it.
right, but what I'm saying is
Chota
these kind
Sushant
of
hai uske
lines
sath.
also,
Yeah, right.
in like in a honey trapping, it can pull the guy's emotions, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I think
because
she knew how to do that.
yeah, so it that is how she has done it. That's how manipulatively she has done it.
Varun, we should get Ire. He could really talk a lot about honey
Yeah,
trapping and
he's
how he
not
fell.
responding right now, but yeah, we will. I'll keep on trying. Don't worry, I am trying.
And Vinita ji, that also goes along with what we were talking the other day about them drugging him, and him being that submissive, like how Freeze was talking about certain kind of drug that you kind of become submissive to it. So it goes along with that, everything.
Yeah. And also, I think that a lot of this happened only, I genuinely think, because the Chichore promotions ended and they jetted off to Europe. And his face, his skin, his eyes, to me, looked pretty clean up until that point in time. And then it changed. He looked sickly after that. It just, the minute he came back, even the airport pictures, I don't know if you have noticed that when he landed back and they were clicked by paparazzi outside Mumbai airport.
No,
And
it's been said, Benita, it's been said from the gym, from the watchmen, ex-staff, everybody. They all have said the same thing. Sir, जब he returned Europe से आए, वो बदले बदले थे. He was not himself. डेंगू बोल के घर पे बिठाया. वहां से took him to Cornerstone. This house was decided. Each and every staff were removed. Her choices of people were kept. It was all set. It was well planned. This was a trap.
Yeah.
yeah.
And in Europe only something has happened. Europe only they have
I
given him
want to give a
something.
point.
One second. One second, Amit. Sorry. While Benita is still talking, but yes, Noshir ji, I think you wanted to make a point. थोड़ी देर से wait कर रहे हैं. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. A few observations about all of us on the panel here, and being watchful and mindful that there are others waiting to speak. That's number one. So please, short, crisp, and not extend or stretch the matter. Second point of observation is that in this moment that we are, we should avoid and refrain from negative questions कि सीबीआई ये करेगा नहीं करेगा and all that. With due respect to all the panelists, you refrain from using these words. If की जगह पे आप अगर आप when बोलते हो तो when में ज़्यादा दम होता है. If बोलते हो तो it's साधारण सा weak word. When is a strong and affirmative, powerful, constructive thinking करना चाहिए. In this moment that we are, and we are only sharing our views amongst us. We are not panelists on the CBI hearing and all that. CBI की hearing हमारे discussion पे नहीं होने वाली है. And they are well-trained people of the enforcement agency, so we have to respect them. That is very important to understand. And our country's central government state is geared out from many angles and many sides. They have to take care of West Bengal, they have to take care of China, Pakistan, the Bollywood gang, and everything. So we have to give time. Or Sushant ka case CBI ने हाथ में लिया towards the end of August. Is that correct or is that wrong?
Yep. Somewhere around August.
So we cannot say it's 1 year over when Rabia Khan, Rhea's mother, she has been fighting for 7 years. Sushant's case is not even 1 year old. So why can't we hold our horses and be positive and constructive in thinking and not throw negative replies or negative assumptions and procrastination? Very important that we stand strong. Yes, like the NCB chief, what is his name? Once again?
Freeze.
Who was there on the show? So
Samir Wankade.
Yeah, so we have to see how well he was managing the whole session and how affirmative and constructive he was in the approach of our questioning to him. And he was so humble in, taking the session through very nicely. So we had the way we trusted Mr. Wankade, we should trust the central government and the enforcement agencies like CBI as well. Because Sushant is not an ordinary case. It is going to dig the grave of all the murders. So this is definitely going to take a long time. And Sachin Vazay, Paramveer Singh, they are the proof that the beginning has already started. The downfall of Maharashtra, MBA government and everything is already started. That is why Katie Franklin and others are quiet now. So we should only be strong in our movement and not say destructive words or statements, and we should say constructive words and statements. Very important. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Thank you, Nashid, for the guidance.
Varunji, before you go ahead, I want to make a point right now, right here.
Sure.
With due respect to the उनका नाम क्या है? मैं देख नहीं पा रहा हूँ.
नौशद जी.
जो नौशद जी. You said कि अभी कि CBI को वक्त दे दो, ये कर दो, है ना? चलो CBI को वक्त देना चाहिए हमें, लेकिन 3 दिन से 3 एपिसोड जो बना उस पर क्या आपको नहीं लगता है? इतने एविडेंसेस अगर पब्लिक डोमेन में बैठ के पब्लिक ने ही पब्लिक प्लेटफॉर्म से उठा के दिखा दिया तो सीबीआई को नहीं जवाबदेही होना पड़ता है. दिस वाज माय पॉइंट. ये आप 7 साल का साथ इसको कंपेयर क्यों कर रहे हो? 7 साल का माजरा अलग था, वहां पर इतनी आवाज नहीं थी, लेकिन इस वक्त मिलियन लोग आवाज उठा रहे हैं, जबकि 3 दिन से 3 एपिसोड बना, वो भी अच्छी इलाबोरेशन के कारण. तो ये बहुत बड़ा एक एक्सपोजर भी कह सकते हैं आप. तो इसके बाद और आपको क्या चाहिए सर?
Okay, can I explain it to you now? Now the thing is, the whole case has to be handled very delicately and in a professional manner by the CBI and the team of other enforcement agencies. That's number one. Number two, nothing is supposed to be disclosed under the Secret Act till the case is completely on the table of the court. The public has all the rights on RTI basis. After the case is submitted, the papers are submitted into the courts of CBI, and then when it's going to start in the hearing, then we have the right to ask. Till that time, we are general public, and we don't have any rights. Even the family members have no right to interfere in the government. Do you know about that, or you don't know about that? You must know
but with due respect to you, sir, with due respect to you, we stay in a democratic country and everybody has got a freedom to speak. So this was our freedom of expression, so we did it. So I think there is no harm in it. These are all the evidences which are shown, which are from the public platform, which is not created. It is already available in the public.
Just one thing. Noshir sir, I just wanted to say one thing. We are not asking CBI for anything. We're not forcing them for anything. All we want is for them, and we know enough to tell them that, they must come and now say that it's a murder. That's number one. And number two, take your time. Tell us how much time are you going to take. We also work. It doesn't happen like we go on working for years and years on something.
I want to ask one question to Nausarji. Nausarji, one question. How long you are ready to wait?
It's not the question of how long you are ready to wait. Number one is the whole scenario of murder was botched up. The whole witness zone was cleared up. So CBI has to gather all the proofs and reconstruct the whole stage play of the drama of murder which
Who
took
botched
place
up? Who botched up?
by the team of members who are involved. Very simple. And CBI knows about all these things. CBI is far superior and well-trained professional team of people. So we cannot just demand so many things from CBI in the early stages of 8 to 10 months. We can't expect to get any, it's not your first semester or second semester of your school or college that you are asking or demanding, "Okay, what are my marks? What are my marks?"
So,
You really think all of us are behaving like children and kid, and we are taking this like a unit test or a school exam,
one
sir?
point. One point here, sir. Sir, one point. If you're my boss and if I have done a corruption, would you be questioned, yes or no? So if evidences have been botched up, if the police was there, I could be sounding like a school kid. Anyone here could be, sir. But the point is that it has to begin there. Has that happened?
The inquest did not take place, which was explained by Advocate Vivekananda Gupta. That's number one. Even Abhigya Kushwa had also explained a few things. If you all have to refresh your memories, that the inquest did not take place, the actual postmortem did not take place. Many things have been botched up, which cannot be disclosed to the general public at this juncture and point of time. Because we have to be wise enough, if we are educated, that by leaking it, the information out, we are giving more advantage to the murderer to clean up more things in life, and more people will be killed. The fact that many people in the Bollywood did not voice out, it simply is a very big proof that everybody knew that Sushant is getting murdered. Come on, think it over. Why people did not? They were all.
Sir, after 14, there were many people who were been killed.
Sir,
Yeah,
hang
let me
on.
interject.
Let's-
Sorry, guys.
But
I think
we're not even going till the murder, Varun. If the police is responsible for something and they've not done it right,
Yeah.
I mean, they should be called a spade. Should be called a spade. I'm not even going till the murder.
Correct.
So
So
the-
let me now
there's two
everybody.
ways to
I
look
gave
at
everybody
this.
an answer, opportunity to say. Now
Guys,
let me also respond back to Noshir ji. Noshir ji,
Yeah.
again, the point that you're bringing up is also valid. And I agree that Vivekanand ji and all that, whatever everybody in the legal system have said. But let me be very firm on this. सुशांत अगर एक्चुअल तो मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि ब्लड में, अगर मेरा ब्लड का भाई होता, ठीक है, और उसके साथ ये हुआ होता, मैं यहाँ यूट्यूब चैनल नहीं चलाता, मैं इस टाइम पे कहीं कुछ और ही कर रहा होता, बिकॉज आई वुड वांट दैट जस्टिस टू बी सर्व्ड टू मी, टू माय फैमिली. बट एट द सेम टाइम आई ऑल्सो अंडरस्टैंड, अगर मैं अपने आप को डाल रहा हूँ सुशांत की फैमिली की तरफ. ओके, पहले मैं सुशांत की फैमिली के बिहाफ पे थोड़ा सा बोलूंगा, एंड देन आई विल answer in behalf of all the
Varun,
family.
you are freeze. You are freeze. You are freeze.
I am freeze. No, I'm not freeze. Freeze is only one and only one freeze.
नहीं
All right,
मतलब
now can you guys hear me?
Video got.
हाँ, नहीं मैं समझ गया. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. All right. So first of all, I'm gonna answer behalf of the family. अगर family की तरफ से होता, मैं family को represent कर रहा हूँ, मैं बिल्कुल I will follow the guidelines, the regulations given to me by my advocate, and I will not utter a single word, of course, because I've been told to do so. तो इसलिए फैमिली की तरफ से हम समझ सकते हैं, that's why we are doing what we are doing, because family cannot do this. Family is not feeding into us, but we are in a way representing the family. We are the extended family. Now, even as a warrior, now if I have to respond, हम नहीं बैठने वाले 7 साल, 10 साल, 15 साल, I don't even know. With the COVID situation right now, again, I'm very grateful, and I don't want to demean anything. One second, Noshir ji, आपको मैं मौका दूंगा, पहले just hear me out. I don't know the situation with COVID. So many people are losing their life every single day. Do you expect each one of them to wait till the last moment and still say, you know what, मेरी lifetime में न्याय भगवान करे, अगले कुछ महीनों में, अगले कुछ साल में justice मिले? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होगा. Plus, on top of that, you know, there has to be, everything is time boxed. या ना, मैं अगर छोटे छोटे एग्जांपल दूं, चाहे वो मेडिकली आप कहें किसी को बीमारी होती है, आप ये नहीं कह सकते, you know, that it will take its own due course of time, अपने आप heal हो जाएगा. You have to fix the problem, you know, आप उसको treatment देते हैं. Same thing on this case. You cannot just wait on the judiciary and the judicial system to act as per their own wills and fancies. Yes, we understand it takes time, but at the same time, there is something called as a people pressure. You know, हम लोग जब question पूछेंगे, हमें answers चाहिए. We have elected officials, you know, we voted them. This is not a system के, you know, किसी country का मैं नाम नहीं लेता कि वहां पर बैठ गए हैं और, you know, they are the rulers. We've elected them. So if we've elected someone, then they need to act. They need to respond to our needs, our wants. और अगर हम केस से रिलेटेड आंसर्स मांग रहे हैं, they are accountable. चाहे दिसंबर में आई थी वो एक नोटिस जो स्वामी ने मांगा था. If one Swami can get a update from you know, CBI in a document, why can't we get an update? You know, हम यहाँ ये नहीं कह रहे. To be very clear, Noshit ji, one thing which I really want to answer loud and clear, we are not expecting कि कल को conclusion निकाल के वो बोल दें. But we need to know certain things about the case, whether this is going in the right direction or not, whether the culprits, the suspects have been, you know, उनके investigation हुई है कि नहीं, have they been, you know, questioned or not, and so on and so forth. So we cannot just keep quiet forever and wait for the system to run its own kind of, you know, 10, 20, 15 years. That is not how it will work. अगर ऐसा होता तो हम लोग फिर ये सब कुछ कर क्यों रहे हैं? You know, again, what is the whole point? यहाँ पर कोई, you know, this is not fun that's happening, right? This is not a TV series. Okay, I let Freeze also chime in here, and then I will have
one question, please,
then,
to Noshit. Noshit, please answer all our questions together. One question to you: what if something happens to the family? Who takes responsibility? What if in the meanwhile we're waiting?
Varun, let me complete my version of your explanation.
One second, Noshit ji. One second. One last. Let Freeze you know, finish off our and represent all of us, and then uske baad, yes, you answer that. Freeze, please go ahead.
Naushad ji, with all due respect, I salute you, but I'm sorry, sir. We are the new age, we are the new breed, and we are fed up of normalization of delay of justice, and we are not going to let that happen this time. That's all I want to tell you.
All right. Next up.
Varun,
Yes.
before Naushad ji speaks,
Okay,
one sentence, please.
Sure.
Yeah, Naushad ji, with due respect to you, sir, that you said that we are acting like a kids and all. Yeah, we are kids. Because we are kids, that's why this came up. Otherwise, it was in a thanda bistar and it go down. Right? I am proud, and I think we all are proud to be kids. अगर किड नहीं होते तो दिमाग में खुराफाते नहीं होती, सामने नहीं आता. Because of this, CBI came, and because of this, justice will 100% be delivered. So, sir, please, with the due respect, I 100% agree with Freeze Bhai. This was my take.
Can I say something? Just one line.
Number one, who is the last person who spoke? I need to know his name.
Amit.
Yeah, Amit.
Yeah, Amit Sarkar. All right. Again, with due respect to you, first I will answer to Varun Kapoor's earlier version of explanation that in my place, if Sushant was my son, I have said it to a couple of my friends out here, that in case Sushant was my son, I would get to do the investigation and actually murder those people. That was my affirmation. That's point number one. When I say kids, it simply means that we are all grown-ups, but we are acting childish, not childlike. If you know what is the meaning of childish is jitri bacha. Childlike means बच्चा जो और सीखना चाहता है और जानना चाहता है और क्यूरियस होता है. तो क्यूरियस होना अच्छा है, बट हद करना अच्छा नहीं है.
But you've not answered me how long you're ready to wait.
Wait a minute. Let me continue speaking, please. Now, coming back to the duration required, now try to understand that सुशांत सिंह को मारना वो एक ही मर्डर नहीं है सुशांत सिंह का. It is involved on the basis of drugs. It is involved on the basis of other murders, calling murders, and many murders before that. That's point number 2 and 3. Point number 4 is our country has been forced to divert the attention to other topics which are trying to break our country down. The Tukde gang, which involves so many other factors like Italian waitress and the Pakistan ISI and everyone involved in the Bollywood are all co-linked with that. Plus the humiliation of the West Bengal election. Now, West Bengal, we did not win, but can you imagine how many seats BJP won in West Bengal? It's a very big record for BJP to win the West Bengal. Lose the election but get so many seats. BJP wiped out the Congress. BJP wiped out the leftists. Now, leftists are also thorn in the garden. They are snakes in the grass. The leftist people like Arundhati Roy and others who are with the toolkit and others doing conspiracy against our country. So we are around in so many directions. Are you all hearing this? Hello?
Yes, sir. We're waiting for you to finish so that others can also
Can
get
you
a
hear
chance
this?
to speak.
Yes.
Hello?
Okay. Looks like
Can you hear it?
Yes, Noshirji, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh. Am I audible?
Looks like we are not audible to you, sir. Yeah,
Am I
looks
audible?
like yes, Noshirji. Why don't you join back again? Meanwhile, I don't know, Vinita.
Can I
you
say
wanna-
something?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Can I say?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. No, I was going to say that we are always going to have millions of problems going on every day in India. So that doesn't mean that we are going to, that doesn't mean that now if we leave this, then we are never going to get anything done. It is now or never for us. And that is why we cannot keep quiet. We have to, we can't wait. Somebody waited for 27 years. Okay. And now Jia Khan's mom is waiting for 7 years. So we can't say, okay, we'll wait for another 5 years. No, we are not in that age right now. Like Freeze said, we can't let that happen now.
Okay,
Right.
I think enough for this particular topic and this discussion. I think let's kind of move on for sure. Again, this is an option available to everyone. To be very honest, anybody who wants to wait can wait. Anybody who doesn't, definitely have a voice, and we should continue, raising a voice for sure. So I'm going to move on. I think Freeze. Sorry, before we go to the video, Vinita, I think were you done with your points?
Yeah, I just to kind of wrap this up, there's two ways to look at this. You've got there's a public justice and then there is the legal justice, right? When we do this, why am I participating in these conversations? Because I want to keep up the pressure that, boss, nobody has forgotten. That's the message by doing this. Now, as far as the legalities, the technicalities, the charge sheets and all of that, frankly, I'm a practical, I hope for the best, prepare for the worst kind of a person. So, yahan pe, I agree with Naushir ji. With his wisdom, he has seen many days in his life. I would agree with him that isko time lagega. Ye case ko time lagega. It is not going to solve in a very short time, and by that I mean short time would be anything less than 5 years is short time in my sort of definition of time frame, and ye 5 saal ke upar jane wala hai ye case. But I have that kind of tenacity
Sorry.
in me to keep
I'm
asking
sorry.
questions.
Let me.
I just
One
want
second,
to
let her
continue
finish.
this and
No, Shruti, let her
part of the
finish.
stream, but thank you so much for listening.
Okay. All right. Okay, Naushadji, please make a comment.
Yeah. Now, we were earlier discussing when I mentioned that we should be constructive and not destructive in our thinking and discussion. That the thing that I mean that constructive or destructive simply means कि हम लोग 5 साल की बात नहीं कर रही है just because Rhea Khan's case is getting dragged up. We are not meaning that. We are simply meaning that our country is undergoing so many other pressures and conspiracy to break our country. That's point number one. Point number two is सुशांत के केस में एक आदमी इन्वॉल्व नहीं है, 15-20 जन या 40-50 जन इन्वॉल्व है। ये सुशांत के केस में ड्रग इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं होता तो इतने सारे ड्रग पेडलर्स कहाँ से पकड़े? सुशांत वॉज द ग्रेट लीड, और सुशांत मरने के पहले ही बहुत कुछ अपनी तैयारियां करके गया है, like how he was insulted on the award shows and other places, how he voiced out. He's already made his preparation. He's done the good studies of before dying क्या होगा। और फेब्रुवरी का जो लोग ने पुलिस वाले ने जो निग्लेक्ट किया, जब उसके फादर ने कुछ बोला कि I want to contact or something of that sort, and which is forgotten by people in the discussion. I don't know whether people still remember that in February Sushant wanted to contact, or his father wanted to contact him, and something happened and he was not being allowed to speak to. Then every other sequence of events, right from the time they shifted from the earlier house to the Bandra house, Moblang, all this are looked and taken into sequence of events. Usme Farhan Akhtar, Amir Khan, everyone is involved. The whole P-town beddies of the Khan market is involved in that. तो वो लोग को सारों को पकड़ने के लिए पूरा खान मार्केट ऑफ द पाकिस्तान इज बैकिंग देम अप। अगर अर्नब गोस्वामी जैसे इंसान को जेल में डाला जा सकता है तो यू कैन इमेजिन कितनी वो लोग जोर लगाते होंगे सुशांत की केस दबाने के लिए। बट अगर ऐसा हम लोग के एनफोर्समेंट एजेंसीज अगर कमजोर होते तो Samir Wankhede would not have done so many raids even after they were attacked by 60 people mob in Goregaon West in the 5 months ago when they were doing some raid in Goregaon. We all remember this.
Yeah.
So all these things we have to freshen up in our discussion and not just blame the government कि हम लोग रुक नहीं सकते. When I say बचपना नहीं करना है, doesn't mean childishness. I'm sorry, it means childishness, not childlike. Childlike will definitely ask questions. Ask questions, yes, but then post your questions on the tweets to the PMO office, post your questions to Amit Shah's office. Let us do that as a moment.
Okay.
Instead of discussing only over here, let us do bulk mailing and tweets on Amit Shah's name, on Ravi Shankar Prasad, who is the law minister. We can tag Ravi Shankar Prasad in this case. Ravi Shankar Prasad is the law minister. Why can't we take him into look?
We did. We tagged Ravi Shankar Prasad with the Khans also for his daughter's wedding. Everybody is tagged.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm gonna thank you, Naushadji. Yes, Samitji, please let's move on to the next.
Yeah. Just before you move on, one point. For me and for everybody, Sushant Singh Rajput itself is a national duty which we are doing right now. जितने मुद्दे हैं समाज में, ये भी मुद्दा एक समाज में है, ये नेशनल ड्यूटी है हमारे लिए। इसलिए इतने लोग वीडियो बनाते हैं, इतने लोग सड़कों पर उतरते हैं, अदरवाइज को उतरता नहीं, ठीक है ना। और दूसरी बात यह है कि अगर आपको लगता है कि दूसरे मुद्दे इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट है तो ये मुद्दा सबसे पहले इंपॉर्टेंट है।
ओके।
इसलिए मैं आपको डिफर नहीं करता हूं, बस यही कहता हूं सुशांत सिंह राजपूत इज आल्सो अ नेशनल ड्यूटी। प्लीज मेक इन योर माइंड आल्सो एज वेल।
यस
वरुण जी, आप कंटिन्यू करें प्लीज।
हाँ, नहीं, आई एग्री। आई वांट टू एंड दिस टॉपिक बिकॉज़ दिस विल बी लाइक अ लूप इन अदरवाइज and we might not come to a conclusion. Bolo, please.
I don't have much time.
Yeah.
I have to get this done fast, then get Jia, and then get to my Karan. Time nahi hai mere paas.
Absolutely. No, I agree. I agree. All right, let's move on. So one of the things that I wanted to do, please, I think, do you want to play the video now? Yeah. Okay. You want to give a little background before I play it?
So basically, this is the other one video we have seen where Sushant was coming out and Khatri has been keeping his hand over him and kind of pressurizing and bringing him out. Now that's the guy who's disappeared from the face of the earth from 14. We don't know where is he, whatever. This is another fellow, the Vadvans. And there's a reason why. If you remember how we started today's session, is what Hemaji got. Is the birthday party, if you guys remember. Whose birthday party, who was there, who came out from, and which family we are talking about. This is the Vadvan. This is the SDL guy. This is that SDL guy who has taken everybody's money, poor senior citizens' money. This is that family. This is Baba Vadvan. Right now, father, everybody is in prison. But look at here. We all know there was a fight. There was something happened to and with Sushant. Okay. Now here he comes out. See how he comes out. It takes him, and here is his affiliation with the same family. And why was this same SDIL sponsoring the Being Human fashion show year after year, year after year? They're taking loans and siphoning of money and putting into this guy's fashion shows.
Okay. Look at the video now and see the similarities.
Thank you. Play 2-3 times, please.
Varun, I'll request everyone to look at his hands, how he puts his hand on Sushant's shoulder. It's not normal.
उसको लेके जा रहे बॉस, उसको लेके गए किधर यहाँ से, ऑब्वियस है.
हाँ बिल्कुल, वो ऑब्वियस है.
ठीक है, अभी दिखाओ वो फैमिली के साथ.
Exactly, this is what I'm talking about.
कौन है बाजू में खड़ा? पुलिस वाला है, सिक्योरिटी है. देखो इसका सिक्योरिटी. Look at him.
Look at his face. He's not comfortable.
He's kind of kidnapped and taken away.
And this was in October 2017.
Who is the white guy behind it?
This is Vadwan when everything was nice. Now the father and son are in jail. These are the people who have siphoned off the money. These are the people who were roaming during lockdown. जो घूम रहे थे ना लॉकडाउन में, इन लोग ही. And I again repeat, we have this normalization of justice delayed and all that. It has to stop now. कितना साल रुकेंगे? पागल हो गए क्या?
Please,
Yeah.
can I add something to what you just showed?
Please. No.
Okay, I want to just add because I have listed down all the sequence of events. So according to that, the first event, like when he had some tiff with Suraj Pancholi, right? That was, we were going to, I was thinking of covering in a different video, but since Freeze brought this up, this will make a lot of sense now. 20, I think when it was the Rabda screening, so that time is the first time, no, MS Dhoni screening. That is when you will see there is a video where completely Sushant ignores Suraj Pancholi. Many people would have seen that. It's in the social media, where he comes to the screening and clearly, like, there is Sandeep Nahar, there is Rajkumar Rao, and it's a long video where you can see he's talking to everybody, but he completely ignores Suraj. So Suraj is separately sitting and all that, right? That is in 2016 of October. And then December 2016 is when Salman Khan's birthday party, that is where the tiff happens between him and Suraj. And that party video, if you see, you will clearly see how stressed Sushant is when he's coming out in the car. People are trying to take his picture, but you can clearly see his face. It's not like a hangover face. It's like a stressed face, like something happened in the party. And that is the party that was told that something happened with Suraj and him, and where Salman allegedly threatened that he will finish his career. Okay, that is the 2016 December. Let me just go through just the points because I'll come to yours. And then the third one is in January. So this is just after. So 2016 December, and then 2017 January of 2017 is where you see that Imtiaz Khatri's video. That is in Sushant's birthday party video, where you see him coming out. They sit in the car and they go together, right? So that is that's in 2017. And then you see, yeah. And then
while you're
yeah.
talking about it, right? I really wanted to play this because I wanted to show is clip ke andar there is actually somebody else as well who we've lost this year.
Sandeep Nahar, yeah.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, this is the video I was talking about, right?
Okay. So this is Suraj and this is Sandeep.
Right.
And this is Sushant standing, but he's like...
He does not talk. So this is October 2016.
So what's the reason ये हरामखोर को बचाने के लिए इतने टाइम से पीछे पड़े? कुछ तो कारण है ना?
राइट, यहाँ से ही शुरू हुआ है, इसके साथ टिफ शुरू हुआ है, उसके बाद ये इम्तियाज का फ्रेंड है, फिर वहाँ वैसे ओके, एवरी पार्टी में you'll see इम्तियाज with him, and then they're talking to this guy and something or the other happening.
Yep.
Yeah. Play this whole video, Varun. Actually, you will see how the whole video, you will see that he's separate and he's nobody. So that means he was really angry after this. That guy would have been really angry with Sushant. That is why अक्टूबर में ये हुआ है, उसके बाद दिसंबर में तुरंत सलमान खान के पार्टी में प्रॉब्लम हुआ है सुशांत को उसके साथ. That means before this also something would have happened that Sushant is not talking to him. Maybe something related to Jia Khan. And another thing to notice here is this is Dhoni screening. Is it Dhoni? Yeah, Dhoni screening, correct. I think उतना ही था important.
Yeah. Uske baad, I think it's just a conversation, so I'm gonna stop. Yeah, please go ahead.
I just want to add that this is the same Pancholi whose movie is going to come now. This dance, let's dance, whoever dance, whatever. And who's starring with him? Who's starring with him? That same Katrina's sister is coming, right?
Yeah.
Who got Katrina? Enough is enough. We're giving this piece of shit too much of whatever respect or lose hands.
Freeze.
You know that,
And also, what looks
you know
like
that movie,
relationships
ये
to
जो भी
us.
dance था, ये last year आके ये कहाँ चली गई पता भी नहीं चला.
नहीं, और मैं कह रही हूँ जो हम ये कहते हैं ना कटरीना एंड रिलेशनशिप एंड ऑल दैट, वो हमें लगता है नॉर्मल लोगों को कि वो रिलेशनशिप है. वो कुछ और ही है.
हाँ, पता है. अभी वो सब बोल नहीं सकता हूँ ना इधर बाबा. फिर
Yeah.
Good observation.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, ये भी एक rumor है या एक statement है जिसको मैं again I'm just flashing, but that's also been going for a very long time.
And you know what, actually जब जनवरी में वो इम्तियाज खत्री का वो सीन हुआ था, right, जो बर्थडे का, but after that is when रोहिणी आयर्स पार्टी में that's where Sushant Rhea had mentioned, I don't know if she mentioned in the interview or something, she had told that is when she had first met him, that's why she was friends and all that. This is the video where in Rohini Ayer's party, Imtiaz is there, Suraj, everybody are there, and that is August 2017. But I think at that time he was still dating Kriti Sanon, or I don't know if he had broken up at that time, but वो एक वीडियो है जहाँ पे वो बाहर आती है रेड ड्रेस में. Everybody was showing that video.
Republic TV में, you know, after he passed away, there was a friend of Sushant's who came and he gave his interview. उसका voice change किया था so that we don't recognize who the person is. And he clearly said about the gentleman here who's the big star son, that it is a similar case like Jia Khan. He said that Sushant confided in the friend that same जैसे जिया के साथ हुआ था, same story चल रही है.
Yes, Rekha ji, we were going to do that another. Yeah, we were going to do that another session where we'll go through all the witnesses and all that.
Yeah, sure.
In detail.
All right. Any other point, Himaji Abhijab?
I mean, I can go through a few things just because we also know Suved. What is his last name? Freeze? Was it Suved Lohiyawala? I don't know his last name. How to say that?
Yeah,
Suved
Lohia. Yeah. So after that Rohini Ayer's party is, I think when there was like a Suved Lohia's, I think he opened up his hotel or the hotel launch, and that is
Just stop. These guys like the Lohiyas and all, इन लोग कुछ नहीं है. Trust me. This is all funded by the same fellow who we are talking about. These Lohiyas and all have nothing. These all people are front runners. Even the first CEOs and whatever we saw of Kwan to everybody, it's all this fellow and the black money pumped it. These people are all just front faces. I'm telling you guys.
Right.
Continue.
And that is the party where you see them all together. Pictures jahan hai Manish Malhotra and Rohini. You see Sued and उस party में रिया भी है actually. उसके भी कुछ pictures है. सुशांत के साथ नहीं है, but उसके pictures है उसमें. And उसके बाद ये गौरी खान का party आता है Halloween का October 2017 में. Like I'm just going in that order, where again you will see how they were treating Sushant there. And then that comes to 2018, where now Rhea again with Arpita in 2018, end of 2018.
Right. Okay. I think we should take a pause here, and before we do the next one, actually, you know what? I'm gonna display this. I don't know if I can take the name, but thank you so much for sharing this. I'm gonna open this on the screen. This shows, I want to call it a family tree. Let me just show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm so glad we are doing all of this. Okay, let me make it full screen. Okay, can you guys see this? Freeze, I'm sure you would have more.
I know this here. I know this. For the last 4 to 5 months on every platform downstairs, I'm going on writing. Why would a builder, constructor, a company, on and on and on, year after year, sponsor Being Human fashion show? Why will you do that? Why? And what money is that? हमारा पैसा सब बैंक से लूटा हुआ है ये, और देखो साथ में घूम रहे हैं इन लोग, बेशरम लोग. Same faces. What should I call them? Usual suspects. ये शेट्टी का कंपनी है खुद का इसका. It's called Essential Hospitality. What is hospitality? Everybody's got this company called hospitality. All are just in the name of hospitality giving parties, after parties. And now don't make me say what happens in the after parties. Party. Not talking out of thin air. I've played for all this, so I know.
Okay.
How much more to wait here?
Yeah.
एक point add करूँ वरुण, if you don't mind.
Sure, please go ahead.
7th को there was a party at a producer's place, right? That producer once upon a time had launched a minister who's now in the cabinet, very, very close to. You got it, Freeze, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I've sent him something. Show this also.
Exactly. So I mean,
everybody should see. Now, sir,
and
also
off
should see.
late, if you see, that producer is wishing her birthday, putting pictures. You know, why is that happening so often? I mean, and so much. Taking onus of where she is today.
Yeah, exactly. बताओ सबको बताओ. हम लोग इधर हमारा जिंदगी नींद हराम हो गया है और इन लोगों को देखो.
सच में.
नो ये देखो अभी.
ये कब का बॉस?
I'm telling you. This
You know,
खुद का
you are
इसका पोस्ट है. Just married लिखा है.
engaged. I swear.
Then
this is like instigating right now, at least for
that's
me.
That's why I want you to. नया दूल्हे राजा देखो.
What the hell?
Are you serious?
I'm sorry.
I am.
क्या बात
When
कर
did
रहा
this
भाई?
happen?
अरे बाप रे बाप.
बाप रे बाप.
और रुके ना, इतना देर रुकना, और नेक्स्ट बच्चे भी जब भी होंगे तभी तक.
We should wait for CBI, yeah, please. We should wait. Let them do their job. We should wait some time.
I know, Baba. I know we'll wait. But there has to be a slot, no? There has to be a time, no? Right?
No, we will wait, na. See, na. They're also grieving, sad. We should wait. We are kids.
I'm तो going to tag this wife, name and shame. ऐसे आदमी से शादी कर रही.
Admi, killer.
Better, okay. Yes, murderer.
I'm saying it on a live, अपने ही live पे. But seriously, man, this is.
अरे आपने को रुकने बोल रहे.
I think we should end this on this right away. this is enough to kind of.
I thought he sent you a picture of Ekta or something.
Varun, please tag Nupur ma'am, Nupur Prasad ma'am, and other people, please. They should know. I mean, they're very fast.
ये नूपुर प्रसाद मैम को भी कुछ ना कुछ करके दबा दिया इन्होंने, पता नहीं क्यों.
If this image does not enrage everyone, then I have very little to say and I have very little hopes.
People can go and check. Let's.
फ्रीजर ये कहाँ से मिला? इंस्टा से?
Yeah.
वो खुद उसी का खुद का इंस्टा?
Yeah.
अभी थोड़े दिन में ये सेलिब्रिटी प्रोड्यूसर हो जाएगा, फिर डायरेक्टर, फिर then he'll be a big guy.
एक जगह काम केस इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो नहीं पा रहा, दूसरा जगह मस्ती और पार्टी शादी वगैरह सब कुछ हो रहा है.
Remove it, Varun. That's enough.
Freeze your mute.
I said it's okay. We have a couple of more goof ups and all this rubbish to expose to the people. We'll do that, and let's see how kitne had tak besharam ho sakte hain. And I'm sorry, we are not this normalization of ruko chalta hai hoega. It has to stop sometime very soon. बहुत हो गया.
और अगर मुझे डर होगा कि मेरे फ्यूचर में कुछ अनसर्टन है तो मैं शादी नहीं
कुछ तो हम लोग जिधर दिखेगा रास्ते पे, अगर बॉम्बे में तो दिखेगा तो मैं तो 3-4 जन को पकड़ के मारूंगा, या तो अकेला तो अलग बात है, पब्लिक के साथ मिलके उसको देना पड़ेगा.
We should all tag CBI actually. We should all.
सीबीआई के पास थोड़ी ट्विटर है जो टैग करोगे आप, सीबीआई का ट्विटर ही नहीं है.
That's another thing. I was shocked. I said this long time ago. उनका ही क्यों नहीं है? ईडी का है, एनसीबी का है, सबका है, उनका ही नहीं है सिर्फ इस टाइम.
That's why we always tag Nupur ji, but we don't know who कौन देख रहा है कौन नहीं देख रहा है.
Okay, guys, I don't think this was a little too much. I might even just throw up. Seriously, this was. I don't know what to say, man.
And shame on his family also. शादी करा दो, इसका लाइफ और ऐसे नहीं नोट मिला रहेगा, लाइफ सेट हो गई इसकी. When he went to Hyderabad, remember he opened up a company, he incorporated a company.
Yeah.
प्रोड्यूसर बन गया ना वो, फिल्म बनाएगा अभी वो.
हाँ, किधर गए बोलो अभी उनको, कितना देर रुकना बॉस?
He left.
He's there. देखा ना सर, अभी कैसा लगेगा?
We like to hear you. रुको.
All right. I think. All right. This is really disgusting. Anything you want to say? Let's close it. Let's start with Noshaji. Noshaji, anything you want to say? You're mute.
Thank you very much to all, and Once again, with due respect to everyone, there was no demeaning to anybody. And yes, patience is the highest virtue. और गाय गाय का काम एकदम मुश्किल का काम होता है. So please hold your horses. Think constructive. Don't think destructive. Let us stand together. That is very important. That's it.
All right. Thank you so much. Amit ji, you want to say something?
अभी जो ब्रेकिंग न्यूज आया उसके बाद तो मुंह से दिमाग से कुछ भी नहीं निकल रहा, पता नहीं क्या है. अब आप कल देखोगे कि रिया की भी शादी हो गई होगी, वो भी आपको दिखेगा किसी न किसी के साथ. तो मतलब दिस इज गोइंग लाइक समथिंग बियॉन्ड आवर एक्सपेक्टेशंस. और अब तो एक ही उपाय बाकी है भाई, अब सरकार पे डायरेक्टली अटैक करो, और कोई उपाय नहीं है आपके पास. क्योंकि ये सब जब हो रहा है, ये जब सोशल मीडिया पे आ रहा है तो सबको पता चल रहा है ना ये कहाँ से कहाँ क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है. जबकि ये एक सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा है आज के डेट पे. उसको सॉल्व करने के बगैर, उसको घुमा घुमा कर कुछ ना कुछ बयान पेश करने से किसी का कोई सॉल्यूशन होगा भी नहीं. इतने सारे एपिसोड्स, 3 एपिसोड्स करने के बाद, इतने खुलासे करने के बाद अगर अब भी सब कुछ सोए रहे हैं, तो मेरे ख्याल से अब एक ही उपाय है, बाहर निकलो और आवाज उठाओ.
Now,
और
Amit
कोई उपाय
ji,
नहीं.
even what happened in the US, debunk the police, okay, finish the police. Yeah, हमारे काम का नहीं है बॉस. ये CBI, ये सब एजेंसीज, इट्स नॉट ऑफ, अपने काम का नहीं है बॉस. नहीं अपने काम
आप
का.
देखो कि जब पॉलिटिकल कुछ भी काम रहता है, सीबीआई ऐसे काम निकाल देती है. बोलो, अब जब ये एक पब्लिक आम इंसान का हुआ तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं. दैट टू ही इज अ मेगा स्टार.
आम के साथ तो
भी नहीं था. हाँ,
पता भी नहीं चलता.
नहीं मैंने आम इन द सेंस मतलब वो तो बॉलीवुड के लिए आम ही था ना, इसी हिसाब से मैं बोल रहा हूँ. पर अब क्या दिख रहा है, ही इज द वर्ल्ड्स बिगेस्ट सुपरस्टार. तो अब तो मतलब ये हो गया कि आपको भरोसा पता नहीं करना है कि नहीं करना है. अब तो मेरा दिमाग से कुछ
एक बात बोलूं,
अलग ही निकल रहा है.
उस दिन वरुण आपने बोला था ना, जब आपकी डॉटर्स को किसी ने कुछ बोला था डेरोगेटरी, आपने बोला था कि उन्होंने यूएस सिटीजन्स को बोला है एंड दे विल सी व्हाट दे हैव डन. आपको लगता है हम इंडिया में बैठ के ऐसा कुछ बोल सकते हैं? और हमें कैसा फील करना चाहिए टैक्सेस पे करने के बाद, हर एक लॉ, हर एक चीज फॉलो करने के बाद कैसा फील करना चाहिए? आई रियली वांट टू आस्क. आई एम एंगेज्ड.
नहीं, इंडिया में बहुत कुछ होता है. आप यूएस से इंडिया को कंपेयर मत करो. यूएस में बहुत कुछ दूसरा अलग से नियम चलता है. इंडिया में तो कुछ भी चलता है, कुछ भी चलता है. आप कुछ भी खरीद सकते हो, कुछ भी बेच सकते हो, ये कोई बड़ा बात नहीं है. सो यू डोंट कंपेयर विद यूएस एंड इंडिया. ठीक है, यहाँ पे अनाप शनाप बहुत कुछ बोल सकते हैं, कोई भी आपके ऊपर डिफेमेशन केस भी डाल सकते हैं, आपको अंदर घसीटते हुए निकाल भी जा सकते हैं. अर्नब को जैसे पकड़ के अंदर घुसाया, तो हमसे भी किसी को भी घुसा सकते हैं. दे कैन डू व्हाटएवर, द पावर है तो सब कुछ कर सकते हैं.
इसको इतना क्या कॉन्फिडेंस रहेगा कि ये स्टेप ले रहे हैं? सोचो.
एग्जैक्टली.
कॉन्फिडेंस रहेगा उसको.
कितना कॉन्फिडेंस है. और अगर अर्नब चुप
आपको
हो गया तो हम लोग क्या हैं?
नहीं, अर्नब चुप नहीं हुआ है. अब वो तो खुद तो बीमार है, कहाँ से बोलेगा भाई. उसको स्वस्थ होगा तभी ना बोल पाएगा.
सर
नहीं, मैं आपको देखिए उनको आप देखिए, आप ऐसा देखिए कि अर्नब का चैनल का नेटवर्क का कितना आदमी काम करता है. अगर वो चीखता चिल्लाता रहा तो कंपनी बंद हो जाएगा. उसके वजह से कितने लोगों के घर चल रहा है. तो वो भी पर्सपेक्टिव से सोचना बहुत जरूरी है. वो बात करेगा जरूर, ये सेड इन सेवरल शोज कि वो बात करेगा जरूर. वो अर्नब का मैटर अलग है.
आई एम नॉट क्वेश्चनिंग हिम. ऑफ कोर्स वो बात करेगा, मेरा तो पूरा विश्वास है. कोई बात करेगा तो सिर्फ वही करेगा. बट द पॉइंट इज कि उसको भी चुप करा दिया. इमेजिन.
वही ना. अब देखो, आप यहाँ पे सबसे बड़ा मिशनरी क्या है, ये पावर ऑफ मनी है. पावर ऑफ मनी है. और इंडिया में मैंने कहा ना सब कुछ चलता है. तो आप याद करो वो दिन जब एक बड़े खान ने सड़क पे दारू पीकर बंदे उड़ा दिए. ठीक है, उसको सजा हुई 10 साल का, लेकिन हाईकोर्ट ने उसको बेल दे दिया. तो सोचो ना आप, हर चीज से उसको बेल मिल जाता है. आप सोचो, आप इंडिया में मेजर रिफॉर्म्स चेंज करनी पड़ेगी तभी कुछ हो पाएगा. अदरवाइज ये चीज आपको दिखने को मिलेगा. आप देखोगे जो सस्पेक्ट हम बता रहे कल, वो सब कुछ शादी कर लेंगे. फोटो डालेंगे, मजे करेंगे, और हम यहाँ बैठ
They
के
are not going to do that. वो छोड़ो,
पॉलिटिक्स
इन
में
लोग
भी आ
जब ये आए
जाएंगे।
भी 14 में, when they came in 14, उन लोग बहुत लोकपाल क्या इन लोग नहीं लाएंगे, क्योंकि अगर लोकपाल लाया ना आधा पार्लियामेंट अंदर जेल में रहेगा. Trust me, I'm not joking.
बिल्कुल, नहीं
Seriously.
बिल्कुल,
Yeah. So forget it.
बिल्कुल,
अभी now we have to now ये देखा, now we have to think जो सोचे थे, how we mobilize it, how to hit the road, because वही अभी लगता नहीं इन लोग एक और मंथ देते, चल नेक्स्ट मंथ उसका एनिवर्सरी है, डेथ एनिवर्सरी है, उसके बाद पत्थर उड़ा के फेंक के मारना पड़ेगा पूरे सब जगह. पिकअप स्टोन्स, स्टार्ट हिटिंग.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल,
Okay,
और कुछ
okay,
करना
okay,
नहीं है
okay.
हमें.
Just
मुझे
let's
लगता है कि अब जिस तरह लोग we have come together, right? This will never happen again. That is why this is very important for us right now.
नहीं
Like I said, it's
नहीं
now or
मैम,
never. अगर कुछ भी
नहीं
चेंज भी करना हो ना, even like 1% चेंज भी सिस्टम में करना है ना, तो अभी हमें ये करना है, अभी करना पड़ेगा.
नहीं, यहाँ पे
जब हमारे
विचित्रा का
पास
भी तो यही
स्ट्रेंथ
केस
है,
हुआ है.
ये स्ट्रेंथ कभी नहीं
अमित
होगा
जी,
हमारे पास.
जी
मुझे
जी जी
मुझे
जी.
वरुण एक चीज पूछनी है. ये जो यूपीएससी देकर आते हैं ना, आईएएस आईपीएस बनते हैं, ये हमारे कंट्री के सबसे ज्यादा एजुकेटेड और शार्प माइंड्स होते हैं. यूपीएससी क्लियर करना इज नॉट अ जोक. पीपल स्पेंड देयर एंटायर लाइव्स बिहाइंड इट. ऐसे लोग आके ऐसा काम कर रहे हैं, और अगर उनके होते हुए भी जस्टिस नहीं मिल रहा है तो किस काम के वो लोग? मतलब दे आर एंडिंग अप लिसनिंग टू एनी
No,
पॉलिटिशियन
no,
और
America,
एनीबॉडी.
this is purely the politician. This is, they are under their clutches.
Why
Yeah.
are they
They
listening?
cannot
Are
do
you and I
anything. We know that.
listening? Are we listening? Why are they listening? Who stopped them? जो लेटर परमवीर सिंह ने आज लिखी है, पहले लिख देता यार, हम उसकी इज्जत करते.
हाँ, see,
He should
no,
have stood
when,
up.
look at these people also, no, when they're taking 2017-18 का केस अभी डाल रहे, क्यों? तभी पता नहीं था क्या तुम लोग को ये खा रहा है?
Exactly.
तो इन लोगों
Who
को जब
they
अभी
know?
इनके हिसाब से तभी they want to work. No, that's why I'm telling you. And I said this, Varun, remember 4 months back I told you, I feel Sushant is going to be a revolution. And if not, then forget about it. Trust me.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I'm saying. If
And
not now, forget about it.
happens only, I am telling, I was not a fool and an idiot just to praise or make Rekha ji happy. What did I tell her yesterday or day before? Yeah, day before, that when we hit the road, we need you. And otherwise, there's not going to be. Yeah. इन लोग अभी ठीक है ना कि वो मीटिंग जो था हरामखोर के साथ, ये उसका रिजल्ट है ना. इतना कॉन्फिडेंस इसके पास कैसे रहे कि ही इज गेटिंग मैरिड. इमेजिन. सो व्हाट शुड वी टेक? सील हो गया, डील हो गया, इट्स ऑल डन. ठीक है, we'll wait for 1 more month, then we'll hit the road and we'll take the stones and just break all your windows and whoever it जिसको भी लगता है.
मैं बोलूं नॉर्मल क्या होता? नॉर्मल होता पिठानी screaming on the roads, my friend was killed, my friend was murdered. That didn't happen. And what is happening is shocking.
If you remember,
somebody is saying in the chat, Samuel Miranda also got married.
If you remember, जब पिठानी को मुंबई पुलिस ने पूछताछ के लिए बुलाया था, तो जब वो बाहर निकला तो मीडिया से बात करके उसने कहा कि इट वाज अ थ्रिलिंग एक्सपीरियंस. तो याद है वो सीन, वो दिखाया से थ्रिलिंग एक्सपीरियंस करके किसी के बाइक में बैठ के भाग गया. बट दैट डे ऑनवर्ड्स ही वाज बीन, उसको पता चल गया था कि सब खत्म है कहानी.
नहीं, उसने ये भी बोला था कि
नहीं, वो बोला था कि थेरेपी था,
कंफर्टिंग लगा.
हाँ, थेरेपी था, राइट, थेरेपी था, राइट.
I really want to poke, man. I'm sorry, guys. I know you won't like it. I really want to poke more people. I want to pinch them. I'm done. Is this how it will be? Is this how justice will be served?
And now that somebody named that name, we have completely forgotten about that guy, Samuel Miranda. He's actually in the FIR. In Patna FIR, he's one of the named in the FIR.
मैं तो ये कहूँगा,
forgotten about him.
तो रिया इसकी शादी में गई थी क्या हैदराबाद?
That's what I'm now thinking. ये जो हैदराबाद ट्रिप हुआ था,
right. It connects. It connects 100%.
They are all.
And secondly मैं कहूँगा ये हैदराबाद
It's a
मतलब ये
slap on
तमिल
a
इंडस्ट्री
face.
से बिलोंग
It's a
होगा तब
slap
ना.
on a face. It's a slap on all our faces. They said, go do whatever you want. That's what they've shown us.
नहीं ये
So now
ये
we
जो
have to show.
जहाँ पे रहता है हैदराबाद, ये तो तमिल इंडस्ट्री से बिलोंग करता होगा ना.
Yeah,
तमिल
वही है.
और
Tollywood.
तो मैं बोलूंगा कि तमिल को क्यों नहीं दिख रहा है ये क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पर, वो उसको फ्लिप करने क्यों दे रहा है.
Such
Why they
a
allowing them? मैं दुबई भाई को कहूंगा कि इस पर आवाज उठाए. मैं दुबई भाई को कहूंगा इस पर आवाज उठाए.
Guys, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's take a 2-minute break. I think a lot of people want to join and speak about this. I'm gonna keep the same screen. I'm gonna join another.
No, remove that one. No, please. You know why I'm telling you. Keep just the just married one, please. Because there's somebody's face, and we should be doing that. Just
Okay.
keep the just married one.
Just engaged, yeah. Okay.
Just
Guys,
engaged.
yeah, guys, I'm gonna end this session right now because I don't, this one is all about the case. I'm gonna right away start a new stream. I'm gonna share the link right away. Please join. It's just gonna be about this 11 months.
I beg everybody in the chat room, come forward. Please give, even if it's for 1 minute, 2 lines. Please come and tell what do you guys feel after seeing this. It's a slap on a
Change your
face.
names.
Now
Do
what should
whatever. But please comment on.
Shame on
People should come and
CBI,
speak.
shame on the government, shame on the agency, shame on central government, shame on you people. Cheating us, betraying us.
Varun, for this session, अगर कोई अपना face नहीं दिखाना चाहता है ना, please allow करना, please. आने दो, please.
Yeah, but मैं एक बार फिर भी बोल देता हूँ. I would love. I still have to see your face in the backstage. I will take you without camera. I cannot just let everyone and anyone. So give me like 2 minutes. Let me do this. This. I will share the link here itself. Give me, and I don't care about anything else right now.
Shame on Modi ji, shame on Amit Shah ji, shame on BJP, shame on you people. सबसे बड़ा शिव भक्ता हो, सबसे बड़ा शिव भक्ता बात करते हो.
Seriously.
हिंदुइज्म आपको लाना है. सबसे बड़ा शिव भक्ता हो, तुम लोग उसको नहीं बचा रहे. क्या बात करते हो तुम लोग? Yeah, do that. We'll come back.
Yeah, what I'm doing right now is again, I don't care about thumbnail. I don't care about anything right now. I'm so royally pissed. It is almost 1:30. Okay.
1 घंटा का ही करेंगे, ज्यादा नहीं. ठीक है.
नहीं जिसने जो बोलना है बोलो यार. मैं अपनी रात ऑलरेडी खराब कर चुका हूँ इस शक्ल देख के एंड दिस वीडियो फोटो देख के.
और भेजू क्या दूसरे वाले?
Alright guys, so this is the link. I'm pasting it. I'm gonna start it in the next few minutes. Here you go. For everyone, please copy this link. I will see you guys on that link in next 5 minutes. All right. Thanks everyone. Take care. Good night.
Bye. Bye to everybody. Thank you.